Okay, let's hope that this is no copyright because we are already recording.
It's good.
So, hello. Once again, this time we maintain the promise of 2 weeks. And Halina is dying on the inside. Well,
I'm just coughing my heart out. I'm cool.
okay. Hello, everybody. We are back to see what comes out of this here in AzerrA. So, without further ado, because we still have no sponsors and no intro and no nothing, let's get back into the recap, shall we? Last time we left our group, they were running away from a group of zombies, bunnies, and some bunnies, crossing a river, almost drowning in the process. They found a temple, an altar, that was losing its power under a waterfall. Thank you, English. And after taking a very needed rest on the waterfall, you guys kept moving through the forest. After a few hours and the sun starting to set on the back of the mountain, you started to approach the foots of the mountain, but were unable to avoid coming across the corpse of a giant mutated bear with dark tendrils, which was promptly devoured by a couple of velociraptors that came out of nowhere. And that's where we left off, as you guys start to get closer to the feet of the mountain. Now, a little bit of bookkeeping. You guys are in the forest, standing right under what seems to be the way to start climbing the mountain. Give me a second, I'm doing a couple of things. Open. Okay. You guys have just been what aren't you seeing? Are you all seeing this? Oh, that's it. I've misclicked or something. Okay, so you guys are all standing on the exit of the forest after avoiding some combats with bunnies and zombies that were roaming. The roars of the now dead bear had made some bunnies to go away, scared of the roar of something bigger. And you're standing on the foot of a mountain that seems to be, at least as far as you know, the only way to climb this place. There seems to be a small road that's been here, but without getting closer, it's hard to tell. As you look up and you see the mountain, it's a huge, imposing mass of land. It's getting late, it's raining, and it's cold as it's always been here on top of the clouds. What do you want to do?
So, if I remember correctly, we were legging it.
Yeah, some of you were hurt.
Yeah.
Gabba had started saying she couldn't see.
My eyes are just slightly blurry. It's fine. I can see everything within 5
start of glaucoma, as they
meters of
say.
me. Everything is fine.
Do we see any well, first and foremost, are we actually clear of any hostiles?
It's hard to tell. You killed a couple of zombies, but you went away. At this moment, we are going to use the map more as a visual reference rather than a measurement of distance, because otherwise you would lose hours walking on the map.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Do we know what horses are?
I certainly
No, you
don't.
do. You do.
I do?
Well, maybe not. Give me a history check. And Ephraim, also give me a history check. But the rest of you don't know. You don't have an idea of what a horse is. Well, the rest of you can give me a religion check if you'd like.
Sure.
That's a 16.
Let's roll it off.
Can I get? Can we cut
Ooh,
the cutscene?
unnatural 20.
Okay, a dirty 20. What do you want to do, Callum?
I was going to roll on screen so people can see
Oh, no.
how bad my rolls actually are.
Yeah, sure. You can roll however you'd like.
I can't. I'm stuck on the cutscene mode, so I can't roll it.
Don't worry. You are free to go. Okay, so A16, Kauliki, you've seen horses. Your memories of seeing big parades going on the main streets of the city when you were young. You remember seeing horses. Quite rare, but you saw them. Ephraim, what did you roll?
19.
You know horses. They are thought to be extinct because they were more of a part of the body of a giant, massive horse spawning like 2 kilometers wide. They were a true thing. They existed, but they are long gone, or at least not in the lands where the kingdom has acquired. The rest of you, those that rolled a 10 or above, know that horses are a mythology beast used on a faraway city, foretold in legends. Those that don't roll have never heard of the word's horse.
Never mind, because I've never heard of it. I won't suggest my thing.
So, as you guys are standing on the foot of the mountain, what do you want to do?
Can I get a lift off someone? Because I can't see. No, I know I said I'm okay, but if and I just look at this, if there's this big thing in front of me that I think there is, I can't see where I'm going. I'm a hazard not only to myself, but potentially all of you. And also the sea is rise so high that I'm no dressed.
That's nothing new.
No, it's quite.
You are really quiet for me. Why?
Why are you so
You're
quiet?
very quiet for me.
Yeah?
You're quiet.
I can flip to my computer. It's all up now, so that would be easier.
Yeah, go and turn on your computer, please. Okay, so
So we'll need to look for shelter, because it's late at night now at this point, right?
no, it's kind of the afternoon. It's getting later. The sun is starting to set. It's setting on the other side of the mountain. But the thing is that you don't know if you are in danger, because most of the creatures ran or were headed towards you when you killed the the bear. The thing is that this is a big forest, so you would need to take a moment to look, or maybe look around to see if there's any danger or possible danger. But we are going to be using once again the phases in which you all take an action and the world then moves.
Okay.
We are not going to limit it to your movement because, as I said, the map at this moment is more of a way to show these things rather than a scale.
Wasn't there a very calming suggestion from the universe above in Quattle's lightning urging us to move the fuck forward? Last game.
Not last game, but yeah.
Game before that, when we got fucked up by the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought we, like, in the middle of our talk, we had a... Hey, by the way, you want to hurry?
Well, at this point, I think we look at. I would look at Quartal and say, "Are we to go above, up towards the summit, or through the mountain?"
Well, it seems that the lightning struck the top of the mountain, so I would assume that we would be heading up rather than below or through.
Let's go up then. And I'll take Gabba by the hand and start walking forward.
Where am I going?
Gabba, do you make sound? Screaming? Okay.
Obviously.
God.
You heard who was talking.
Yeah.
You
I
are
mean,
not
as
that
this is
daft.
happening, I would probably be. I would actually be rear guard at this point.
Okay.
So
I realise I'm just almost a permanent
So
handicap on this
basically,
team.
you think.
Yep.
So rear guard, perceiving out, being a lookout for any hostile movement towards us.
Okay. Then what's the plan? Do you guys want to get closer to where the path seems to be? You know, based on the map that you retrieved from the tower, that this place is supposed to have some mines in it, like at least one entrance to the mine, maybe more. So it would be common knowledge to assume if there's a mine up there, there needs to be some sort of way to carry the minerals and all of the stuff, even though it's been maybe at the bare minimum 20 years since this place was abandoned due to the lifting, where all of the lands were fractured and sent into the sky. So at least 20 years. But you don't know, maybe there is a way up there. So yeah, I leave that up to you.
Let's just move on up and see what we find. Just follow the path.
I, at this point, because I'm screaming, I'm going to ask my coat to relieve a smell of lavender to relax me.
Yeah, sure.
I would
So-
like to wrap this out as the front guard.
Yeah,
That
of
the
course.
ones who they encounter.
Am I the only one hearing
Can I
Rick
ask a question before
really
you do that?
low again?
Yeah, Rick,
No, Rick
Rick
is
is-
still low.
quiet.
Nope.
I don't know why.
Before the raptors go, could Gabba potentially see one and jump on it?
Raptors are small.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going off these size raptors, thank you, not real
No,
life
you're still really low. And I nope.
And I don't really know what to do.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to do something on my side.
Scream.
Filters. I'm going to
What
give you
coach
some
we-
gain. Audio filters, gain, gain, and I'm going to give you like 7 decibels. Speak now.
Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Echo
Once
Charlie,
again?
Bravo. Hello?
More?
Hello, hello, hello,
Okay.
hello, hello, hello.
In the recording, you are fine. So it may be something off the stream. We'll check it on the break.
Alright.
I
will just
okay.
speak louder in the meantime.
Okay.
Sounds like a shout whisper still, but you know, we'll go with it.
Stage whisper.
Really far away.
Okay, so I want one. We'll do a group stealth check first of all.
Do you get disadvantage because I'm shouting
Yes.
streaming?
I already get disadvantage anyway because I'm wearing heavy armor.
Now I
I
go
got
as
an
well.
advantage.
I get
Yeah,
disadvantage.
we are going to do a group
Right,
stealth check.
yourself,
The DC is going to be fairly low. It's going to be a 12 because it's raining. This DC is to manage to get to the bottom of the mountain without getting noticed by whatever's roaming around. Or you can go.
I got a nat 1.
Okay, that's 2 failures. You can go screaming and throwing whatever is close to you if you'd like.
Sorry, what kind of roll do we need to make?
Stealth.
Dirty 20.
So, right.
That's 2 failures and 1 success.
The worst.
9 for me.
3 failures.
That's a
Okay,
2.
4 failures. I think
go.
there's no way that you guys can.
Just
And
to
turn
make
this
up,
around.
Really.
No.
14 on a disadvantage.
Okay, 14. Why do you have
You have
disadvantage?
disadvantage?
Scale mail.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it heavy gravity as well currently?
Yeah, you guys are on heavy gravity,
Yes, it
yes. That's correct.
I blame the random Catwoman dragging me for my streams.
I wish I would have taken silence.
God, can you imagine? That'd be so good.
Now, I want one of you to please give me a D3. No.
I'll do it.
Who's wrong?
1.
1. Okay. So, as you guys are getting closer to the bottom of the mountain, you see 4 bunnies coming running towards Gaba and the raptors, as they are the ones making the more sound. And you start to hear Bishar, Quattle, and I think Eric. You start to hear, even though the rain is covering your tracks and your sounds, some movement in the forest starts to kind of activate.
Can I be like, would you just shut the fuck up? To Gabba.
Yeah, sure.
How dare you, young lady?
I am older than you by quite a bit, I think not.
Okay, keep your mouth shut, you old bitch.
I let Gabba know.
I'm a hindrance to myself anyway. I'm surprised I haven't died at least 3 times already.
Same. I'll just like I'm being the bigger person here, just like eye roll. Yeah.
Okay, we've got
Be
4.
a darling then, and
Yeah. Okay. So
and help an old lady.
Just so you guys know, I'm using a new way for stealth in these long scenes, in which if you fail, you don't automatically get jumped by something. But the more you fail, the closer you are getting to being noticed. You are currently at 2 out of 5. The creatures here think that there may be something, but they are not actively searching for you.
I will cast Pass Without Trace on everybody.
That would have been useful earlier.
There it is.
Now,
I forgot I had it.
now just so you know, Rick, and you don't waste the spell, each time that we do a phase, it's going to be a 1 hour period of time. And Pass Without a Trace lasts an hour, if I'm right.
An hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
I have Natural Explorer on mountains. Does that help us at all? Because we don't have difficult terrain climbing.
not on that one, because you were getting out of the forest. But in the future, it may. Keep it in mind. So, as you guys get out of the forest, the giant mountain stands in front of you. It's very imposing, as it is literally like half of this floating island is covered by this mountain. You could see it from very far away. It's raining. It's starting to rain harder. Bishar, I want you to make a nature check with advantage, and Gaba, you make a nature check. As you
really should be better at nature checks.
Yeah, you should. You are the worst druid ever.
I'm not.
Oh no,
It
no,
says
no,
16.
he's not. I was
Okay.
quite
Okay, 16 both.
16.
Gaba, this is a very big mountain. You guys are floating in the sky. Even though it's been quite cold and breezy, it's been... No, at least you can live here. You can make establishments and make a camp. It's going to get colder the more that you climb the mountains. And on your experience, is that the higher that you are, the less oxygen there's going to be.
Oh, I heard. I had
So,
some.
on your experience as exploring, it's going into mountains, it's not a good idea, and way less if you don't have the appropriate equipment. Bishar, you, as you've lived in this island for many years now, there was the occasional rain. Sometimes you would drift into a formation of clouds, but at this height, it's not normal having this much rain. Even the forest and the trees have somewhat adapted to the lack of water that they used to receive 20 years ago. This much rain that's been occurring the last couple of days, this could be a problem in terms of landslides, snow, wet areas. So yeah.
I have to talk to Quartal about this weather rolls.
As you guys are getting closer to the feet of the mountain, I want one of you to be this podder and give me a perception check. One of you to give me a survival check. And the rest of you can do whatever you'd like medicines, helping in the perception, looking for something in specific. It's up to you, but we need to have two people always. One for perception, one for survival. And if you'd like to stealth for this phase was already completed, so don't worry about that one.
I will roll perception.
So I'm just going to put it out there, I'm basically useless at this point because I can't see at all. So I don't think I
Remind
should
me,
watch.
why can't you see?
I got dark touched by the bear
Yeah.
a lot. You said my eyes like I got something which you sent me, but I also my eyesight was going, so I think I was reduced to 5 foot radius.
I think that was
insight.
temporal. I forgot to send you again what happens when you get corrupted at this stage. But the eyesight, I think it was something temporal. Give me a second. I'm opening once again the.
Let me know when I can act it
By
out.
the way,
I
do
think-
it sound any better or just the same as?
No, you still sound very low. It's like not. It's the volume only.
It just sounds like you're shouting from my garage.
I am.
That way.
I'm sitting in
It's
your
fine.
garage. It's just a green.
Oh no!
It's a green screen. What do you expect? I could do perception or survival. I'm decent in both.
I am quite survivally.
I will say I did already roll the perception roll.
Ah, there we
It's
go.
not
There
very
we go.
good. What I rolled.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
That volume's good.
I think I
Yeah,
found
your
I found
volume
what
is nice.
was causing the issue.
For me? No.
Okay, give me a second. I'm opening my PDF. My computer is screaming in pain. It's not easy to run.
Oh,
It's not easy running a stream and a game. Okay.
Could me.
Tell me, did
Did someone do survival already?
I rolled perception. Not a very good one, but I did roll it.
What's your
Gava?
for survival? Kaliki, how high are you? Like very survival? Oh,
Plus 6.
same here. I'll give you advantage. I'll assist.
I love this tiny dice.
Nice.
Give me-
26.
You
then
stand your
26.
ground and Gava. The thing with your eyes is that you went blind for a minute only, as your eyes became misty, and you are now the second character that has dark vision.
No.
All right, I'll just pretend I'll act it out now. Like, I see. I'm not blinded. Oh, ooh. Hello, everyone. Hello, little cat. I'd love to give you a little tap.
Who? Me or?
You, because you're the old cat. Eric's the young cat.
This is true.
Yeah, I'm older than you all.
the old Moggy.
I will. I don't know if this is going to help, but because I'm obviously better at climbing mountains and I'm quite strong, could I like help carry things up the mountain, making it a bit easier?
We are still
I'll check
not.
the old cat on my back, and I was like, okay.
We are still not on the mountain. We are on the bottom of the mountain. As you guys, what was the
Survival was 26.
Perception was 9.
Hold on.
Oh.
There's a timeout.
Yeah, my console, my audio console went derp for a second there. Okay, so what was the survival check?
Natural 20 for
Oh,
26.
damn.
Yeah,
And
I
what was
gave
the
Kaliki advantage.
the perception check?
I rolled a 2, so 9.
Okay. And you had already failed at the stealth for this phase. Is anybody else rolling for something? Are you looking for something in
I'm gonna do
particular?
Nature.
Okay.
To see what
Okay.
animals I think there are, but also, as part of this, can I pick up just a few stones from the ground?
Yeah, you can pick up a couple of stones. Roll a d8 on the stones.
So
Are you
nature
casting magic
is,
stone on them?
13. The D8 is 4.
A 4. Okay. You get two super common, 4 super normal stones, just like that.
Could I?
Give me a second.
Use my
Give me a second.
athletics?
You were rolling nature
Shut up.
to focus on animals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, no, I forgot to say it. I was going to give you disadvantage on the survival because of the rain, but I didn't mention it, so... Okay, so?
So I had advantage because of Eric, and I would have a
Ah,
disadvantage
ignore it.
because of you. My first roll was 20.
Oh,
so
okay,
it
nice.
It wouldn't have changed anything then.
Wait a second.
So, Bryn, what was the nature check?
13.
13. You are focusing on animals, right? It's
Yes.
you all help each other as you are getting out of the forest. You are looking into the foot of the mountain. You see a couple of bunnies going out of the forest. Some come down from the mountain. You don't see anything in particular. You managed to come across a couple. I'm going to each one of you please give me a DC 13 and choose a skill for battle.
Can I use my athletics to squish one?
Yeah.
Can I use my acrobatics and
Oh,
dodge
sorry,
and
I forgot something. You come across one bunny, so one of you gets to roll. Only one of you.
Can I say it? I need to use my plus 8 sometime before I die.
I mean, that's all you're good for at this point.
25.
Smushed bunny.
Gava,
Hunted it out off the
I look at it like-
mountain.
Panther bunny.
so
Cowley sends the next.
as a bunny,
Just
as you guys are coming out of the forest, soaked in the water, it's really cold. Gava was screaming a couple of minutes ago, so you get the feeling that whatever is in the forest may be coming towards here. And a single bunny comes running out of the mountain, and Gava just her feet into the head of the bunny, and the bunny gets stuck onto the feet for a couple of seconds until it goes away. Gava, you suffer only 1 point of damage.
I feel like a crushed. If I sat on the head of a
Yeah,
bunny,
the-
it'd die.
Yeah, the thing is that damage is corruption from the blood into your feet.
I'm gonna die. It's fine. I'm just gonna die.
Gava.
Fine.
And then we'll make. And then we'll see
But 1 point is
Kaelin come back with a proper character.
Gava is resistant, so that does nothing to her because it's only 1 point. So, as you guys are coming out of the forest, Ephraim, you picked a couple of stones to be ready. It's really hard because of the rain to spot what kind of animals are here. So I'm going to give you only one piece of information to your request on the animals. What do you want to know?
Okay. What is the sort of most aggressive looking sort of wildlife?
It's hard to tell once again because you can't focus on tracks because it's of the rain. But based on all of what you've seen over the past couple of days, and the hundreds of swarms of rabbits eating deer alive as if there were piranhas, you get the feeling that it's the rabbits, at least for now. Like it's weird because a couple of days ago, when you first got to this land, you were eating roasted rabbit as if it was quite normal, but something made them quite aggressive. As you guys get out of the forest, with the survival that you managed to roll, you come across an abandoned campsite on the feet of the mountain. There are a couple of supplies and beds there, a tent that seems to have been abandoned way long ago. But this place, with your survival check, seems a suitable place to barricade, forming something with the wood, or maybe moving a stone or anything else to block the entrance. And the only way something could get in here would be to fall on top of you, which is really difficult because this is covered by some of the stone that's forming the mountain. It seems to have been mined as a place for miners to rest as they came down the mountain. You find some equipment here, a couple of pickaxes, some rotten abandoned food, and it's pretty much a campsite. What would you like to do? As I'm going to bring all of your minis here.
What time is it? Like,
At this time,
is it camp time or?
It's getting late.
I'm going to start making a fire before anyone says anything.
Yeah, I will be with you at the front and trying to dry the logs.
I will stand next to you because rain cannot fall within 10 feet of me.
I will. Yes.
What?
I'll use magical tinkering, and I'll just take like 4 small objects around the area and put light on them. Small bits of light. No heat, just magic light.
Okay. Well, as I said, the thing with this place is that even though it seems to have a tent and a place where you could maybe rest, it's next to the mountain. It's covered on top. There are trees around it, and there seems to be like a choke point. But it needs to get covered, or you risk the chance of something coming into camp, as it happened in Outpost 1.
Are there any stones that I could pick up and move to like cover the choke point, like little stones like boulders, so I could strong man up my belly and then just chuck them in and just pile them up
like boulders. Give me an investigation check. There may be, as this place is a mountain floating in the sky, there are no longer earthquakes, but there was a fucking giant earthquake when everything went into the sky. Yes.
Can I give Gabba the help action on this, as I would be also doing the same?
Is there an
Yeah.
advantage roll?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't really. I had a 9. 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, sure. You find a couple of boulders. There seems to have been many landslides on this path. As you can most probably drag a couple of them. And over time, over a couple of minutes, you manage to put them up and form a barricade where it would be hard, or at least take some time for anything to get over it, especially Quattle. What you
He goes.
what you realize what you realize by doing this is that even though there are no longer earthquakes, all of this path seems to be comprised of many fallen over pieces of rock, especially now that it's raining so much. Now, it's kind of a miracle that this place is still standing. The tent is full of holes as it has rotted over years, and it's like if you've ever gone camping, the first thing that you do is you pick a piece of wood and start cleaning up the the ground where you will set up. So it's going to take some time here to do that. But at the moment, there doesn't seem to be any threat, and it seems like you have a place to rest. What would you like to do?
Can I look through the abandoned equipment and kind of assess if the things are of any use?
The things that are of use here.
Like, is there rope or chain or pickaxe
You do find
or chisel?
all of those. The thing is that it's been abandoned here for so long, and it's mostly rotten. Like the pickaxe, you get the feeling that if this were to get a hit, they would may fracture in the middle. The rope, you don't want to bet your life on a rope that's been out for so long. Give me... No, that's it. You don't find... You find things, but nothing useful.
Okay.
Can I set a fire? And as soon as the fire is set up, I'm gonna spray some chamomile smell, wrap the coat around me, and fall asleep.
Okay, sure. You guys set up a fire. No issue. Give me a second.
I want to say wrap the cloak. I like wrap it around me, everything, and all you can see is my little face.
Like basically from Kenny from South Park.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Can I take a piece of coal from the fire and just like draw a little love heart on?
Okay, I was about to say, you better give me blackface because I don't know how that's gonna go down.
A little love heart on a cheek or something.
It'd have to be on my forehead.
Okay, then the forehead. No, cat whiskers.
Nice.
Cat whiskers.
I was gonna say, if you crudely do it, it'll look like a penis on my head otherwise.
Nah. Kaoliki doesn't do that. She's a harmless
Eric
prank.
will, even though the entrance, the choke point is secure, he'll probably sit near the fire just for warmth, but will be facing the entrance and kind of try to clear his mind and try and go into not a meditative state, but in a sort of state of going from calm to alert. That teetering line. Try to focus his mind on it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You do that. So, are you guys going to sleep, or do you need to speak about anything, plan anything? I think that your scout has went to sleep.
I am asleep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will say I can warm up our clothes for an hour. Gaba is already sleeping, but I can do us 5.
I'll nod and say that's fine. And then looking at Portal, if we are to go up the mountain, are we to try and go up the path, or are we going through the mountain attempting to find a path upwards inside?
Well, we already know what, or have an inkling of what we may face on the outside. We don't really know what we'd face if we went on the inside. So I suggest we keep and follow the path.
One thing about the path. I think that Kauliki, having been the one that made the survival check, would have noticed. This may have been a path long ago. But as everything in this place, it's been long abandoned. So it's, as Gavan and Eric saw, full of fallen rocks. Looking through it, you manage to find like some sort of smooth surface where maybe a cart was dragged down some time ago. So this does seem to be a path to the top of the mountain. Or at least that's the feeling that you get. So, are you guys going to speak about something else? Mount guards, go to sleep? What are you doing? What's the plan here?
Firstly, like, well, I could turn one of my lights into something that smells nice, if that would calm people down a bit. Maybe lavender? Would that be helpful?
Maybe for Gabba, she seems to be on edge these days.
Was she always like that?
Not in the sort of first few weeks I got to know her, but perhaps this venturing into these lands further deeper and coming up against all these creations, one's mind cannot be expected to be as fortitude as others. She may have had too much of a comfort within her city life or within the civilization, but other than that, I expect this is maybe just a way for her to cope with recent events.
Eric.
As soon as you finish that, you just hear a massive snoring.
Eric, as you are speaking about your very good soul friend, soulmate, Gava, I want you to make an insight check, please.
I'm intrigued.
On her?
I'm going to set the DC at the 10. So,
Is he frozen?
the dice keeps rolling.
Oh, is it me rolling
No,
or you rolling?
Jason is
Who's
rolling.
rolling?
Oh, I roll. Sorry. Apologies.
Ah,
I was like, that's why I was like, oh, Gabba's rolling. Why?
I'm having a weird Bill dream.
Just 10.
Jason, as you are speaking about Gava and what she's been doing, what she was like before getting into this place, you know that she's picked a new routine lately of training every night before going to sleep, and you know that she didn't train this night, and she just went to sleep.
Didn't I have I had
No.
the fight though?
Yeah, yes, but
She,
does the fight count as training?
I don't know, does it?
I would say that's the ultimate training.
I mean, that is the ultimate training, isn't it? It's life
But-
and death.
Eric, you realize that.
Also, I don't know, this weapon of hers that she's picked up. I noticed lately she was training before, but now has decided not to train. I do not know if she has felt more proficient in the usage of this weapon, but for now, I think we'll just leave her to her machinations for now. If it becomes more of an issue where she becomes to actively hinder us, such as the shouting and screaming, that is not ideal in such situations.
In certain situations.
It will have its own uses, but not when we were needing to be silent.
Well, just let us know. Now go over to the church. Like, you saw, well, we all saw the horse before. Have you known them to be around here much?
Horse. Or bears, sorry.
Horse.
I haven't seen them. They don't usually come in very large numbers. They keep themselves. You mostly see them when they are trying to defend their home, when they have young to defend. But otherwise, just stay out of their way, and you should be fine.
Oh, okay.
Trying to defend themselves. They are They are beautiful creatures. They're nothing. Not dangerous.
Well, they are dangerous. You just do not have to provoke them.
Anything can be dangerous if you provoke it enough.
I have seen them. At least I think I remember seeing them being saddled and ridden on. They're normal beasts of burden.
Are we talking about the same animal?
My myths and folk tales tell us that they were carriers of great heroes. They would assist these heroes to do their deeds.
They were like, I don't know, they were not common by any means, but a wealthy person could own several.
Well, you are talking about horses. A horse, not boars,
Yes.
which I understood. But yes, you are right. Horses are beautiful and can be very kind.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It was the rain, you see, it's very loud.
Talking about clop.
Yeah.
But what are these creatures you are talking about? Boars? What are they? I've never
Oh,
seen
they are a
one.
bit like pigs, only wild and much more dangerous.
You saw a couple of carcasses down in the forest.
Do we have food? Speaking of,
Do you?
I have no idea.
We have
Some Russian.
Ration.
Ephraim.
Yes.
I wanted to say brain again, but I knew that was not the correct way. We have Ephraim, who can make food.
Yes, I should. Fire should serve well. Yeah, in the morning.
Yeah. So are you okay? Do any of you need sleep more than others? I am quite good. I could be on a watch for a bit.
So could I. I think Gaba needs her sleep more than any of us, to be fair. So Eric does too, perhaps.
I will take some of this rest myself once we all settled and nothing is amiss.
Okay. Who's going to take the first watch then? How many watches
can
are you
do-
going to make? 3?
No,
No,
I
in
will-
total.
I think 4.
Yeah, 4
2
is
hours
enough,
each.
isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kauliki, you roll straight because dark vision.
Dark vision. Yeah, I'm activating the eyes. So I have 2
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Right. So I will activate both, and I will get them both back at the end.
Okay. Roll straight.
Perception. 14.
You see, and more importantly, you hear some noises in the forest. You hear once again the very heavy footsteps of something giant moving very far away. The rain continues all night, so it's hard to rely only on your ears. You get the feeling that something was dragging close to where this campsite is. Something was dragging near here, near the campsite, like footsteps, but more like. But it just went by and didn't get closer. Who do you wake up? Who do you wake up?
Sorry, I was writing. I think. Who can I make an insight check? Who sleeps the lightest right now? Or something like. Can I eat him in a bit?
Well,
It's probably Eric that sleeps the lightest.
Yeah, you don't need to make an insight check. It's Eric, maybe Bishar. I don't know how deep of a sleeper are you guys?
Eric said he needed some sleep, so I probably tap Visha.
Alright. I will awaken.
I imagine Bishar sleeping very straight, almost straight, and Gaba is that typical all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Stop fishing.
And I'd like to imagine that Quackle sleeps inside of his shell.
Just softly rocking back and forth. So.
Okay, Bishar.
I'll tap him and tell what I heard, what I saw.
Alright. I will keep a lookout in that case.
Okay. You are going to roll with disadvantage.
I will curl up.
Can I spend the first half of my watch in wolf form? Which means I have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
No, because this is more of along the 2-hour period rather than at one moment.
Alright, fair enough. So perception with disadvantage?
Yep. It's raining and it's dark.
Doesn't he get to spend X amount of hours in his wild shape anyway?
Yeah, 1 hour per charge.
Yeah, you could burn a couple of charges. No, the one that can spend more hours, I think it's the circle of...
Oh no, 2 hours. I can spend 2 hours in wild shape.
No, he can. I thought you can, as a druid, spend equal amount
it's my
of your
class level halved. Round
Yeah.
down, so 2 hours.
So
Okay.
you can do that.
Are you turning into something specific?
Yeah, wolf, so I can have
wolf.
better hearing
Okay.
and smell.
Okay, nice. Roll straight.
Alright.
Problem
well,
solving.
I did roll 2 dice because I originally had disadvantage.
Roll again.
So could you say left or right for me?
Roll again.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, it's 12 plus 7, 19.
Oh, nice. So it's something similar. Even though it's the middle of the night, you don't hear animals, because as all of the other days, you have as you get closer to the mountain, the sound of the wild animals starts to be less and less, and it gets diminished as you get closer, to the point where the only thing that you can listen now at the moment is the rain and some insects. Not even the night animals. You don't hear owls. You don't hear things that could have been hunted. But once again, you hear this dragging sound, as if something close by is being dragged.
All right.
But nothing happens.
All right. At the end of my watch, I will revert back and probably wake Eric. That's the third watch. And I will
Eric,
speak to him for something
you
is close
haven't-
by. Keep a close eye.
I
You
know.
haven't had a long rest yet, so no
Nope.
rolling dice.
That's fine. Okay, so taking in Vishar's information, I probably will sit closer to the entrance, glaive in hand.
Closer to the entrance, like against the rocks or on top of the rocks? You can see outside. It's like everything has been blocked by the rocks, and there was some small wooden palisade in kind of an oval shape.
So there's
So-
no like
No,
no view
well,
at the moment.
well, you could look through a hole in the rocks, or go
Yeah.
on top of the rocks if you'd like to look outside.
That's how horror movies start. Don't look outside.
Don't split the party.
Instead of using my eyes, I'll actually close my eyes and try and rely on my sense of hearing. I know even though there's rain, and just basically try to perceive if this dragging ever, gets closer to us.
Okay. You have heightened senses because of your race, right? Or you didn't take that one?
I did not take that one. I took
That was
mighty,
Kawoha.
raw, and strong. Yeah, I took mighty,
Okay.
raw, and strong legs.
Okay, roll with disadvantage because of the rain.
Cool. Perception. Still not bad. 15.
You do indeed, near the half point of your watch, as your eyes close. It's hard to stay awake, but your warrior's temple keeps you from nodding your hair, and you start hearing once again this dragging. This time, unlike what was told to you, like some feet or something, it seems like something much heavier is being dragged, and it seems to get closer and closer and closer, and it just stops.
When it stops, can I try and look through? Instead of going up on top of the rocks, because I know that would just be a bad idea, can I try and look through the sort of peephole that we've created?
Yeah. As the curiosity forces you to open your eyes and you look between the rocks, it's so
Glaive in
dark you don't see. It's darkness entirely. No moon in the sky, only fragments floating, so it's the nights in this world are dark pitch. The terror of what could be there starts to fill your mind with different ideas. Could it be a zombie getting closer? Maybe it got attracted by the fire, or could it be some sort of creature that we haven't seen? Maybe, oh no, could this be one of the and something else, something that shouldn't be here? You try to focus on your ears once again. You start to fine tune. You, even amidst the rain, you can hear the breathing of each of your companions. You identify how Gaba breathes, how Quotal breathes, and you start to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is no seventh breath, there's no seventh sound. Is it just my imagination? And as you go to look into the hole in the rocks, you see a bright red with yellow veins eyes looking straight at you. As you blink,
absolutely still.
You still. As you blink and look straight into it, trying not to move. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Fun. Fun. You always
This music is working
always
well.
pick the ones I like. Hang on.
I have to say it because I have to. My first thing I thought is when he saw it, he was going to go. Edit.
Oh Jesus. Just in time for this. 18.
Here's Johnny.
18. You start listening in the back of your head. It's like a voice, but it's so deep. It's almost impossible to understand. It's like a groveling of a volcano erupting. It's a constant but really in the back of your head. And as you keep staring at this eye, this voice in the back of your head starts to feel like some hands start to get from the back to the top of your head and grab your eyes. You try to close your eyes, but it forces you to stare deep into it. And as you are getting this sound of a constant groveling, this is the dragging that you heard before, but it's intensifying in the back of your mind each time, higher and higher. And then out of nowhere, a lightning illuminates the sky. Do you close your eyes to the light of the lightning, or do you stare into this whatever?
Very good here. I think you put him back down.
As you close your eyes,
I don't think he'll back down. He'll force himself to stare at the light.
as you keep your eyes open, now the figure that was getting closer, it seems like it got its face stuck into the stone, and the eye was getting closer to yours. It flinches and looks into the sky and starts running away, and the moment that it gets away from the stone, you can see the figure of a gnome with half of its face melted and a tail running away. Eyes reddish bright, illuminated by yellowish veins. And as it gets farther and farther away, you are just stand there looking, not moving, as this groveling sound in the back of your mind starts to diminish.
I sort of twitch and sort of roll my shoulders, and probably what the audience probably would notice is that Eric had gripped his glaive so tightly that that even though he's not got sharp enough claws, the claws are just about biting into his palm and are about to break skin, and then he sort of like releases the tension.
As you release the tension, you start to notice your body, now that you are not focusing on this thing, you are shaking, completely covered in shivers.
And then I sort of like do the cat shake, and go back to the campfire, back towards it, but still staring at the entrance. Still keeping an ear out.
Awesome. After a few more minutes go by, who do you wake up for the final watch as the sun is starting to come up slowly on the other side of the mountain?
I will probably wake up Bryn. Ephraim
Ephraim.
even.
Ephraim.
I'll wake up Ephraim. I will say to them, do be careful. There is something definitely out there that has been stalking through the night. If you hear a large or something being dragged, don't look. Wait for it to pass.
Ephraim, you don't even need to roll an insight. You can see Eric's eyes are wide open. His hands are shaking slightly, even though he's done his best on all of his warrior prowess to control. You can see the face of fear and terror in his eyes, in his look at you.
Alright, make sure you get some sleep.
Yeah. He kind of curls up, walks, paces about, and then begins to sort of curl up into like the cat cushion right next to the fire.
Ephraim, give me a perception check. No disadvantage. The sun is starting to come up.
13.
13. As the day begins, your watch is quite beautiful to see. For somebody like you, this of sleeping in the middle of the forest and camping it's kind of a new experience. And it's at times like this that you stop to see the infinity, or at least a very big number, of meteors floating in the sky, the remnants of the fragment moon, and the sky beyond and the stars, something that you haven't done, at least in a very long time. And as the day starts to break, it's quite a spectacle to see all of those tiny rocks floating aimlessly to get illuminated slowly and start to reflect all of the light into what remains of this world. You also start to hear some animals moving around, and unlike what you were told, you don't hear any dragging. You hear the hopping and the paws of some, you believe, bunnies roaming around in the forest, but nothing comes close to you. As your watch ends, you all wake up, and you can roll your dice to recover life.
Oof, that was bad.
I have a question.
Yes.
From last session, you messaged me, and one of the messages said, add 2 level 1 spell slots.
Yeah.
That means, like, I've regained the spell slots, or does that
No.
mean I gained?
Yeah. You got you regain the spell slots when you long rest.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because last session I used 2 spell slots to use Cure Wounds or Healing Word on people.
As you guys wake up,
I'll pick up.
It's still raining. No roll this time.
I'll wake up and I'll go, oh, that was a nice night's sleep. And I'll like shake my coat a little bit, get all the water off, and then just go, let's carry on at this mountain then,
I will
shall
make
we?
breakfast.
First breakfast, then mountain climbing.
I like your
And
About
third
second
breakfast.
breakfasts.
No, only
What about 11th?
only first
Introduction.
breakfast. Second breakfast comes tomorrow. Third breakfast comes the day after.
As you guys do your morning routines, I forgot something. Gaba, in the middle of the night, you are sleeping like a log. You are snoring, you fall asleep, dream peacefully of some really crazy and stupid shit that comes through your mind. But on one of those dreams, you figure yourself, you remember that feeling today when you killed that bunny with just one kick. You feel amazing, and as you kill the bunny and start to shake your foot, it doesn't come off, and it's stuck there for a second, and the corpse of the bunny in your boot starts to move once again, and the head that was smashed by your boot starts to move, pluck, pluck, and starts to, almost like a mouth, climb on top of your foot, eating you slowly. What do you do?
It's a dream.
You don't know. You are not there. What do you do, Gaba?
What would Gabba do?
What would Gabba do?
Gabba, 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 doo.
You get
I think the first thing she would do would try and use her other foot to kick it off. You know, like when you try and kick like a boot off
Yeah.
or a shoe off. I kind of like drag it to my other
you
heel to
kick
try
it,
and
and the blood of the bunny that jumps onto the other foot starts to do the same and expand. It's like those slugs in Donkey Kong the movie that eat you like this. As both of your feet are started to being consumed by the corpse of this thing, you feel the chains on your bracer start to vibrate, like in Saint Seiya, the Andromeda chains move when they sense danger, something like that.
I kind of like I whip my chain up and let it do his thing, like have a mind of his own, see if it does anything.
Yeah, sure. As you flicker your hand, the chain goes and smacks the bunny, and the part that it hits, it explodes and doesn't regenerate. As it hangs there, as the other half of the body starts to eat it, to move, leaving it behind.
I'll then as I see that, I'll do it again with the other bracer, or the same bracer. Like
This time that you try to make a whip, the chain encircles the bunny and pushes backward. As you get free and put up your arm, the chain seems like be dancing, almost like the other day that you were training, moving it, and it starts to get entangled into it and seems to make a shape like a triangle, almost like a drill, as it dances in the air. And what do you do?
triangle. Is it pointing in a specific
No,
direction?
it's like a
at all,
drill.
or
It's
just-
formed like the chains have gotten together and formed like a big mass, like a
Oh, okay.
almost like a drill, or like any shape that you'd like.
I would try and control it.
As
Try and like.
you try to control it, it's heavy. Like the chains have never been heavy, but it lags. It's sluggish. It's hard to control. And As you fail to control it, you see this big cone shape of chains turn and face you. What do you do?
Instantly move my head out the way.
As you move away,
I'll be like,
the chains stab you in the chest and you fall dead into the ground with a hole, and the chains start to get into your body, coming endlessly from the shem in the brazier, getting inside of you. As your vision starts to fade and you feel the blood falling from your body into the ground, what was once warm starts to feel cold. What goes through Gava's mind as she's dying?
Probably visions of her her nanny telling her stories, saying, and like, I don't know, a story about death that she once told her, like, all things that happen come to end, but like visions of just visions of the stories that her grandmother used to tell her, but instead of them being like someone else's, her
As
reliving them.
you start to relive those stories and those visions of tales of long gone heroes of a bygone era, another vision comes into you, a tale that wasn't told to you. It's more like you saw it the first night that you got the brazier, of a man, an orcish man, training tirelessly, marching through a land, accompanied by a white thing, amorphous, no faces, no shapes, and this man would train all nights with this white thing. And you see him fighting and training with this cone shape. He would make the chains into any shape. He would make bridges out of the chains. He would, and other times, make the chains take the shape of a giant sword as he threw it down. The chains are free in the power of this man, of this legend. And as your vision starts to get blurry, and everything fades to darkness, you see this white amorphous thing coming out of the shem and looking you into the face. Still no shape, it's like a globe of light of white thing, and he just smacks you in the face, and you grasp for air as you wake up, and you hear one word in your mind, like waking up from a dream, and just one thought remains in your head, and it's the word friend. You wake up, and you guys are all awoke in the camp, ready to set out for the day, as we are going to take a break.
Hello, friend.
Nobody knows what we are talking about. And we are going to take a break and be back in 10 minutes. So
Right.
Yeah, sounds good.
here comes the cat. Ah, fuck. I wanted to have the finger in the same position as I did when I cut the recording, but I failed. And we are back. We are back. As everybody wakes up and begins their morning routine, getting ready in the encampment. As I'm going to say that, Gaba, you are the last one to wake up, as everybody started getting ready and almost like leaving you behind, let you sleep. Ephraim is cooking up something, and out of nowhere, Gaba wakes up, almost in a gasp, audibly gasp. And she's covered in sweat.
You
Gaba,
okay?
your sweat is mostly in the chest area and coming out of your eyes. Your face is covered in sweat, especially the areas where you have those scars.
I'm fine.
To go relieve
I think
yourself.
Yes, I will go relieve myself. I'll just get up. I guess there's like a tree just to hide behind.
Look around.
I'm gonna go behind the tree and pretend to squat down and just talk into my bracelet and be like, "What was that? What was that all about? If you wanna communicate, just talk to me. Don't make me shit myself in the middle of a thing." Have I shot myself? I just gotta make.
Let me see. Do you like
Make a
Don't you have a
constitution
cloak for
saving
this?
throw.
odd or even numbers?
Exactly. Oh,
You shot yourself.
okay. So the rigmarole of what I do: pull down the trousers, wipe it out with the clothes, and never get dirty, all that stuff. Yeah. Make a laugh that my uncleanable cloak is covered in shit. It's not, but
The shit just slides over the cloak.
oh yeah. See, this is why you get a cloak, people. I recommend when you
Give
get
me an insight check.
back. And an insight check. What is my insight? -2. Ooh.
Oh god.
Oh,
Minus 16 with a -2. Damn.
-2.
You first speak to the bracer. No response. You start to wipe your ass with your cape, and the chains on their own move and hold the cape to wipe your ass. Almost like a helping hand.
I have self-cleaning mode. I'll be like, right, listen, you wipe my ass, I'll wipe your ass. We'll keep this thing going, okay? And I'll give it a little tap and I go, you're a good little
The
buddy.
chain goes and
I'll get up.
in your face and go back into the bracer. It's the same chain that wiped your ass.
Was it full of shit?
It was full of shit.
I don't remember.
Do you think Doctor Strange does this as well with his club?
Probably.
Like, it wipes his ass for it.
Let's not go into that.
I'll come back around the corner.
You broke me.
There
I
you
am
go.
a broken woman.
Every episode we manage to break Halina.
It's my personal mission to every episode to come up with something so outlandish and just... This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm
We need it.
I will come back around the corner with a bit of shit stain on it, non-recognizing, and be like, "Yeah, everything's fine. I just had a bit of a weird dream. I think all the bunnies and all that just
You
and it also
have-
in the cloak and all that."
I just like flick with prestidigitation the shit stain off your face. The cat whisker stain.
What?
Oh,
I'm not telling you anything about the cat whiskers.
well, how could you differentiate the cat whiskers for the bit of shit that was on my cheek?
Because cat whiskers are drawn with coal. They're black, not
I
brown.
could have had a black shit. You don't know that.
do you want to roll for that?
GM, I want you to roll what kind of shit I had.
Yeah, sure.
Red. Blood red.
Go for it. I've lost control of this, so
Will you ever?
I'll go
Do you have a
the
chart for
rainbow,
this, Matt?
the whiskers.
You can roll it.
actually, I do.
Jeez.
I
The
do.
natural one is red.
Let me.
I got an 18, so it's more violet-y colour, so it's close enough to chart where you can say.
Wait. It's not a D20. It's a D100.
Jesus.
Oh, D100.
I said I have a chart for this.
Okay, wait there. Let me get
The shark.
Oh.
17.
17. Let me read.
Bright luminous. Whatever Ephraim is feeding us is definitely not healthy.
What am I doing with my life reading this description? your shit comes in a shelly dark form. It's hard to get it out as it's a mixture of as it goes off, and some get hanging from your ass as it's
Oh, you got
almost like Shelly.
dingleberries, nice.
So it could have been black. So I don't think you're gonna wipe it off. I'm just I just got an extra whisker. That's what I'm going with. Yeah. So I'll come out after my experience, and I will.
You said it. Yeah, you
broke
said it.
your
Not us.
spell.
And I'll be like, yeah, everything. I just had a bit of a weird dream, you know. I think the heat and all these weird things, and the fact that we just killed a bear. I just think, I'll be honest with you, I think my body couldn't handle it. And I'll tap my wrist and I'll be like, you know what? Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna crack on. We're gonna go destroy whatever's playing around with us. Let's go. And I'll just start walking really like macho-y, but I'll do it quite like John Wayne stance because I just had a chain wipe my ass as well. So
While
Ephraim,
during the
what-
morning,
Yeah, sure.
I would have passed on the descriptor of the thing that I saw during my watch.
Okay, as you are telling the group of your near-death experience, Ephraim, what are you cooking to lift up the spirits of these assholes?
in my case, my actual asshole.
Oh, shut up! Can you mute him somehow?
I can, but I won't.
Think about ingredients. I'm just trying to think what ingredients there would be with rations, because there's not much to scrounge around from here.
It's mostly the rations
druid.
here are mostly like dried bunny meat, some herbs that you can boil to make teas, stuff like that.
We have a druid that can make
Give me
plants grow.
your medicine check.
Okay. 16.
16. You get out the meat of the bunnies. You throw it into the fire, start boiling it, making some sort of stew. You put the herbs on it. Give me a d4.
D4. 2.
2. Out of all of the food of the stew, the rabbit meat stew with herbs that Ephraim makes, 2 rations are going to be magically, and they will not only give you the HP, but this time they will give you immunity to fear for the rest of the day.
Nice.
Useful. I think Gerba should have one.
I'll specifically take one to Eric.
I will nod and give thanks for the food.
Enjoy? No. Yes.
How much? How much do I get?
So is it both the extra HP and the thing, or what is it? So is it...
Yeah, it's the extra HP plus the immunity
yeah.
to fear.
So it's 2d4 plus 4.
I should write it somewhere. Because we always ask.
Well, normally it's 1d4 plus 4, but because I...
Froze. Because he froze, it's now 2d4 plus 4.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yes, we wait.
We will never know.
Well, he'll
Is everyone else up to good? Or
Yeah.
I'm pretty much there.
Your
However, I
boy with the temp hit points is about. Could do with a small top up, but we'll keep going.
as the tank, I do think I agree. I think I should have it. And no, my luck, I'll end up almost died
Well,
yet again.
I was more
Well,
concerned
that-
with your -2 wisdom, and the immunity to fear sounds pretty useful when fighting demons.
Yeah.
Demons.
That is
And Gabas might slip on the word.
Yeah.
Don't bring it up.
I have explicitly remembered not to say that word. But it's a new day. Never mind, I can't say it now.
Please don't say it.
I will end up saying it because, do you know what? I bet the demon is one, and I'm going to say it because I'll forget.
And then you'll die in the middle
Oh,
of a fight against it.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that has happened in this whole campaign is making you not be able to say the word bunny and sending hordes of bunnies at you. Okay, so as you guys finish eating breakfast, getting ready, what's the plan? Are you going to climb the mountain?
Well, I believe the plan was eat breakfast, climb mountain. So I think yes.
Yeah, climb out and eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
The weather
So-
still.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I'm
So-
sorry.
Oh no. It's all right. You are not cursed or anything.
Can I lead the way because I've got the mountaineering, natural explorer trait?
Yeah, sure. That's fine. That's fine by me.
I don't know
So-
if that'll help give advantage or anything.
While you guys finish breakfast, this mountain is very big. It's going to take a long time. So, wait a second. Bryn is connecting again. Give me a second so that he can hear this.
Okay, then I will just ask the group. If it starts to get too cold for you, just give me a call. I can make the clothes warm again, and I can keep it up. Is it okay?
Don't worry about me. My cloak is constantly
I know
warm.
about you.
I will try to remain in the middle of the
Alright,
group, so everybody is sort of shielded from the rain.
I am clinging. Nope. Get out of the way. Right.
Because Kaluki said that, I make my cloak smell like farts.
Warm.
I make the air around me and Vishar smell like jasmine.
Awesome. As you guys are having fart competitions, you start to get the boulders out of the way to get out, and the mountain is very big. It's going to take a long time to climb, and with the preparations that Gaba and Bishar told you the day before, you are going to start climbing the road. This first piece of the road is mostly loose rock. Who's going to... Are you going to move at which speed? Just so you know, if you move stealthily...
What's the gravity?
yeah, the gravity. Somebody roll a d3.
Me.
So
So
a
3.
9, 2.
a 3.
No, 3. 3.
It's heavy. You guys have disadvantage on acrobatics. You have exhaustion if you travel at a fast pace. You move 5 feet less on combat. Bloodshedding and slashing weapons deal additional damage. It's literally kind of the worst that you could have rolled for today.
Come on, guys! Why are you really so slow? Let's go!
So,
Before we make.
wait, give me a second. Just so you know,
Yep.
each part of the mountain I divided into sectors based on the time that it's going to take to climb. If you move at a slow pace, it will take you 2 phases. If you move at a normal pace, it's going to take you 1 phase. Each phase, you are going to roll stealth, survival, and perception. All of you roll stealth. One of you rolls for each of the other 2, and you can roll anything else you'd like to contribute to the phase, to the moment. With that information in mind, what did you want to say, Jason?
So before we start the actual mountaineering expedition, as we have removed the boulders, could I have checked for any tracks of said abomination that I've seen during the night? Just so I know what its tracks looks like.
Why is it wet? Sorry.
Because it's raining.
No,
Yeah, duh.
I was talking about this. This shouldn't be wet. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
Can I argue for survival? Well, both are the same anyway, but it's fine.
But I want to argue anyway.
Actually,
right.
it would maybe be an investigation check if you want to search thoroughly for it.
I'll stick to perception, thanks.
Okay, so it's going to be
25.
okay. So that's a general look. Just by looking at the ground at the start of the climb, you get the feeling that whatever was here left in a hurry. So if they were going to set something up, you don't see anything.
So I don't see any like footprints or any.
Oh no,
tracks.
it's been raining all night long.
Fair dues. Cool. No worries. We shall start the climb.
Okay.
On my natural explorer thing, it does say that you can travel. Oh, never mind. I read back. Can I travel ahead slightly? Because I can travel. It says if I'm traveling alone, you can travel stealthily at normal pace. So instead of being slowed down, I'll have the disadvantage of the heavy gravity, but not the stealth check because I can move on my own. If that makes sense. So I'll do like a little scout ahead.
Yeah, you totally can. But the heavy gravity is not going to give you disadvantage on the stealth check. It's going to make you move slower
Acrobatics.
if you want to avoid being exhausted. If you move at a normal pace for 6 hours, you are going to roll a constitution save to see if you get exhausted.
I will take that risk, so I'll move ahead on my own. I know at normal pace for the stealth check, and then I'll also take the constitution saving.
Okay, sure. Not now. Wait for it. Okay, so as you guys start climbing on this path, it's an old abandoned. It's not even a road, but it's more like a trail that's been shaken. Parts of it are missing. You see what would have been long ago posts to indicate a way or a height, but now broken and fallen to the ground. It's all covered in pebbles, shaken, boulders. It's really irregular. It's going to be hard. It's not an easy trail to walk. So I want all of you. At which pace are you moving? Are you moving slowly? No, to all of you.
No, I think normal.
I'm separated.
Are you moving stealthily or are you just going at it?
So I'm.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
normal
I know you.
speed while stealthing. Okay, sorry. Just double check.
I would argue for stealthy.
I mean,
If you move
I have
stealthy, it's going to
disadvantage.
take you. It's going to take you 2 phases.
2 phases. Just like 2. Are we risking it or risking getting exhausted or?
Well, either way, for stealth checks, no bueno. On my part, I have disadvantage regardless of what I do with the stealth. So we could move normal. My constitution is okay. Saving throw is pretty good. So
Not everyone has good constitution. I would
I
imagine.
have boots. The gravity does not affect me as much as it does you guys.
Ephraim?
for the terrain, the movement.
I can count on my con save.
My con save's pretty
I'm-
good.
Same. Same
Okay.
mine.
Normal pace then.
Yeah.
Gab, are you going to go at a fast pace to be ahead of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I want. Give me a second to see what you encounter. Ooh, I want 4 of you to choose a skill for battle and roll. The DC is 13, and if you get higher than that, it's better.
Is that them?
No,
me as well, or?
you would be one of those. As you all come across a zombie and three bunnies that were just hanging around in the trail. And as you move,
I'll use that.
making noise, kicking pebbles, not stealthily, you come across them.
I will just throw a fireball at them. Not fireball, produce flame, but a ball of fire.
Okay. Use your spellcasting ability. Who else?
I'll use acrobatics to jump around them because obviously I'm moving at a pace. I'm gonna like try and get around them.
I like
just
it.
Carry on.
Go for it.
Scout ahead.
Acrobat. Is
So-
it acrobat?
Yeah, I
do
got an idea. Who else? 2 more.
I'll use intimidation to scare off like the normal bunnies. So like lion-y presence type thing.
Yeah,
Not my
sure.
mighty roar, but
Okay,
keen
yeah,
to
sure.
it.
Who else? One more. Come on, right side.
Can I make...
Natural 20,
I
24.
Yes. Can I just like... I don't know, either Arcana or Insight. And I think Insight, can I just like predict where they're gonna move so we can like avoid them, like dance around them?
Yeah, sure.
Or I'm just gonna
Go for
Arcana.
insight. I like it, but okay, Gaba,
Roll me
I
a
want you to
natural
do it
20
with
on-
disadvantage because you are going first.
17 twice. Still a natural 20.
Okay, so who had the lowest? Halina, you, right? Or you, Rick?
No, I have
I had
17.
13.
Okay, 13.
So probably me.
So, as Gaba is going, starts to climb the trail ahead of you, she goes running all Legolas-like, and just standing there next to a cliff, one of these mutated zombies spots her and goes to her. Gaba, you roll the... Okay, yeah.
20.
Yeah, that's going to be enough. You don't even stop. You know how dangerous this thing is. As it comes towards you, it has the height advantage. You just slide, plunge a wooden stick that you found in the ground, hit it with a rock in its head, and as you hit it with the rock, it fails from the mountain. You guys that are going slower than Gaba see the body fall from the mountain and pass you, and from the noise that it made, 3 bunnies come out of... give me... Who has the better passive perception here? Bishar, right?
Yeah.
What's
17.
your passive? 17. You see 3 bunnies come out of a tunnel in the stone, and as they come crawling out of this stone, eating at the stone itself. Eric, you are just standing there, you grab the bunny, look it in the eye, and throw it away, and the bunny just starts running away, having seen a bigger, meanier predator. Kauliki, you see Bishar pointing at the bunny coming out of the tunnels, and just by having an intuition of where they are going to move, you put a dagger. No, you don't have a dagger. You put your claws and create your shadow claws under where the bunny is going to land, and it just lands in there as a brochette. Bishar, seeing your group being so efficient, you take the rear and prepare a ball of fire in your hand to make sure that it can reach Ephraim and Quotel that are lagging behind as they are slower. And as you prepare to attack, the bunny manages to jump on Kauliki, and as it's going to attack her, you get in the way and suffer the attack for her. You are going to suffer 1d4 of damage.
Can I use shields instead of suffering the damage?
What was your total roll?
13.
And shield is +3. Then yeah, sure, you can. You put
5.
the shield. Oh, 18? Yeah, sure. You nullify the damage completely. As the bunny is going to bite you, and you put up the shield. How does your shield looks like?
Sorry, I just put something in my mouth.
The shield comes out of the mouth.
I will jump forward and just instinctively raise my arm, but when I just move my arm quickly, a thin layer of smoke trails behind it, which then solidifies into like a barrier around us.
Sure. The bunny gets struck against this solidified barrier of smoke, and you just fire to the face, and the bunny is no more. You manage to climb the rest of this first trail without any bigger issues. A little bit of landslides here and there. The rain is making it harder. I want all of you to make... No, not yet. Sorry, my bad. So you manage to avoid any further threats, and you convey into the end of the first trail. Oh, as it's starting to rain harder and harder and harder. Give me a second. I packed something up. It's more like this. We have everybody up here already. Gaba, do you wait for everybody at the first point? As this, you've been climbing a mountain, going through a trail that goes through it. There hasn't been any need to climb the wall itself.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I guess it'd be like certain checkpoints that are obvious, so I'll run up to a certain checkpoint and almost like just wait for them to catch up and then go ahead. So yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah. So this first checkpoint, there's a small, a very small cabin to the side of this, of the road. Well, once again, not the road, but and as you four approach the cabin, Gaba is waiting for you inside. You've got a minute to take a breather. Do you do anything?
I'll be like,
Can we have a look around in the cabin?
it's just me.
Yeah.
I will like talk to my bracelet and be like, got anything cool you can show me what you can do?
No response.
Who are you talking to?
Myself?
That's fine.
I just ran up this mountain to check. and have to sometimes check if I'm not going insane. So I talk to myself just to make sure.
Sure.
The cabin is once again a very abandoned, rundown place. Some of the wooden planks of the roof are missing. There are a couple of boulders inside of this cabin. There's what seems to have been a table, but now it's been broken in half by a falling boulder. There's not much inside of it. Once again, you could maybe get a plate or a glass or something, but I wouldn't dare to drink the water that is inside of those kegs. If it's water.
Can I just check if there's something like a coat or
Yeah, sure.
anything?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't worry.
Investigation?
You don't have a need for time or a challenge. So you take a moment to look around, and you open some crates. There are some coats, really old coats, miner coats, which are very thick, uncomfortable to move in, but they should protect you a little bit.
I found some coats. They may help keep us warm and safer from the water. And I know, Gabba, you have such a wonderful coat already.
I was going to ask for one.
Of course.
No. Do you know what? Because I got such a good coat. I don't want your stinky coats.
There are 6 coats. One of them
I'm taking one.
is marked with an initial that says CH. So, are you going to keep climbing the mountain? Gaba, you went ahead a little bit to check out the terrain. This second part is in worse condition than the first part. It's very uneven, making it hard to walk. You saw a couple more of these bunnies coming at you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
And as the bunnies came rushing at you, you threw a rock at them and started running away. But the rock caused a landslide, and the 5 bunnies that were chasing after you were crushed by a couple of boulders. So
I'll come back and after it. I'll be like, so I just want to let you know, I killed some bunnies. There's slightly bad news. I caused a landslide, which did most of the work.
Oh, okay. Gaba, I want you to make me a survival check, please, as you were the one taking the lead. Okay.
14.
Yeah, you saw the way going up. It's not hard to follow, as it seems to have been a path here. So, are you going to climb this second sprint?
What time of day is it currently?
It's getting near the... you woke up fairly early. You woke up at something like, let's say, 6, and at 7 you started to climb the mountain. It took like 3 to 4 hours, maybe, to get here.
Can do another stint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead. I won't run this time, but I will go ahead and walk normal, because it's difficult terrain. I'll walk at its normal pace, which is just normal.
Okay. So...
Actually, no. I'll keep with the group, because difficult terrain doesn't slow your group travel. So I'll
okay,
stick with the group
you
this
guys
time.
are feeling a little bit out of breath. You've been climbing the mountain fairly quickly, and it's a very heavy day. Nothing that you can't resist for the time being. So, at which speed are you climbing this second part?
The normal pace should be fine.
Normal. Yeah.
Again, I can.
Yeah.
Remember,
I feel confident in
normal pace. This time it will mean a Constitution saving throw.
I feel fairly confident in my
Yeah,
con
okay.
saves.
Are you all going together?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, reduce that.
Yeah, and
reduce
we'll
the difficult
Grab
Okay.
obviously one of the heavy coats
Okay.
for the colder weather.
Okay. So difficult terrain, no difficult terrain, all together, no stealth, and normal pace. Nice. I want all of you, as you are around half of this climb. Give me a second. I think I got one of these over here. Tailspire, work with me. No. Okay. It's going to be. Give me a second. Give me a second. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional.
One.
It's going to be around midday, so it's going to be here. And it's getting colder, so... Okay, so... What are you doing there? So, as you guys keep climbing this second part, the rain has caused many boulders to fall. Any noise, any big vibrations is sure to cause a big issue, maybe even a catastrophe. The ground is very uneven, and you are moving at full speed. So you will need to make an athletics check, each of you, to avoid slipping over and possibly falling out of the mountain.
Can I
28.
can I hold on to
23.
someone?
Yeah, you can. It's not going to give you advantage. If anything, it's going to give them disadvantage.
Okay.
Now let's do something. You can
No,
hold on
so
to
I'm-
someone as a flavor thing, or someone could choose to take disadvantage to give you advantage.
No, I will just pray to the heavens.
I can take disadvantage. I got +8.
Martin,
If needs be, I can take
could this be considered making a saving throw against being moved against my will?
No.
Good try.
Nice try though.
You could wild shape into a monkey.
You
I
said
will-
Yeah,
acrobatics,
I said
right?
acrobatics.
What was it? Athletics or acrobatics? Sorry.
Acrobatics.
Right.
Acrobatics. Ah, that's
I thought-
fine.
Acrobatics.
Oh, then it's 23.
It's
It's on that slightly, but
In
So
that
fine
case,
then.
that is a... Hang on.
Right. So we have a 23. Rick,
13.
13. Okay. Eric,
16
Bryn,
for acrobatics.
4.
4. David.
1.
Ooh.
Oof.
Halina.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so that's going to be... Okay. Now, as I said, one fail doesn't mean that everything goes out of the window. It gets better and harder. Quattle and Ephraim, you follow Gaba. She's showing you what she managed to explore so far, giving you way, and Bishar is telling you, has told you, to remain as silent as you can, make no sudden moves, be careful with your steps. But the ground is slippery, and it's a very deep climb. As you are almost halfway, Quotal, your legs fail you, and you slip, falling, and start to be dragged away. Ephraim, you try to grab him, and you also fall and are dragged away. Ephraim, do you let go of Quotal to regain your ground, or are you dragged down with him?
How far do I think we're going to drop?
No, not that much. A couple of meters. It's like a steep climb, but it's not like the vertical fall. Especially, he has a hard shell, a lot of friction. Even though it's raining, he'll stop at some point.
You think? Pretty sure.
You do the math in your
Ballistic
head.
missile down the mountain.
Use catapult on him to fling him back up.
It'll be the Ninja Turtles scene where they're going down the snow mountain.
I've something more effective anyway.
Do you let go of him?
Could I?
No,
Could I
no,
ask a could I
you-
use my
no.
grace? No.
Too far away.
Oh,
You are the first lead in the group. They are on the other side.
No.
Do you let go of him? No. Okay. I want.
You have all the potions. Let's go.
Oh no, the potions are back in the camp.
Yeah, right.
Quotal, you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall 20-something meters from the mountain. And Ephraim, you're going to take half of that, 2 points, as you fall on top of Quotal. It's not a soft landing.
It's a hard shell.
So, Gava, what's your passive perception, Gava? You don't realize that they are gone from the group.
Hoity toity toity toy.
Now, it takes you, Bishar, at some point stops Gava, goes back. They give you a hand. You are back up. But that took like half an hour of your time. Mostly because Quotal had to rock from side to side to get back up. That's going to be the end of your phase, and you are still in the middle of this climb. I want all of you. Give me a second. First, we are going to do this. Okay, I want 4 of you to once again choose a skill for battle, as you are not being silent enough.
Could I use deception to like feint? So because I'm on the edge of the cliff, I'll be trying to run this way, like dupe them, keep them off balance, and then they keep, like makes them off balance.
Let me
like,
tell you
run off the
something.
cliff
You saw
after
how
me.
the bunnies were eating at the corpses of what they came across. Do you want to do it? I'm up for it.
Well, if I fail, well, it's more for the fact if I fail, I'm gonna get rugby tackled off a cliff. So
Hey, you can still do it. The DC for the bunnies
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna go for
15 to avoid all damage.
I'm gonna go for a deception check, but like running towards a cliff, see if I can make an intercept.
Sure.
And then dodge the
3 more. Who wants to roll?
I shall.
Not 20.
Okay. Who else? 2 more.
25.
2 more skills.
Arcane?
Yeah, sure. We'll just call it a magic attack.
Magic.
Quotal, what are you rolling?
I am Ray of Frosting a bunny.
Oh.
Okay. Since you are using a spell, get advantage on your attack. Who else? One more.
Yeah, I wanted to attack magically
Are you using a spell?
A
with
missile.
Or if
A
you're using
spell.
a cantrip,
that I know.
if you use a cantrip, roll Arcana. If you use a spell, roll a spell attack.
Okay. Natural 20 to
Yeah.
24.
Okay, that's 2. Nice.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, I'm just
Okay, go for
contributing
Arcana.
it.
Bryn?
Arcana.
26.
I am so
26.
sorry. That's just a
Okay, all of you
19.
avoid damage. Do you want to describe how you dispose of the bunnies?
So mine's a nice little one where I literally, I see the biggest one running towards me. I'm gonna like run towards the cliff to see if he like, obviously intercept me as he goes to intercept me. I like do a little dodge. He falls off the cliff down to his death and splatty splat.
Can I just mage hand and yeet it out
Yeah.
of the...
Yeah, you totally can.
Okay.
The ray of frost freezes the bunny and then Quattle whacks the bunny off the cliff with his staff. He's annoyed.
4!
Yeah, sure. I love it.
There's something weird with the magic stone. Instead of just hitting it, it's almost like a rocket. It's just like propels this thing. Like,
Yeah. You take care of incoming threats, no issue. But it's the end of the phase and you are in the middle of a climb. And the oxygen is running thin. So I want all of you to please make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage at this point.
Ew.
21. You are fine.
19.
28.
You both are fine. You
27.
13. Okay.
Oh, dear.
Bryn?
16.
Okay, Bishar, you are the only one. You and Eric stood at the back during the combat. You are starting to feel tired from the climb. The oxygen is lacking. I want you to roll me a... Wait. Oh no, I do this. Okay. It's not that much. You just get 3 points of
Oxygen
lack of
damage.
oxygen.
Alright.
Don't worry about it.
Now I will worry about it. I wasn't before.
Don't worry. You don't need to do anything. Okay. So that's the end of the first phase. Let's go once again. Second phase of this climb. Do you move at the same pace? Everything the same?
I'm gonna just throw a little thing going. Guys, we may need to slow down. As we can see, not all of us are as athletic as I am. We need to make sure the group gets up there, you know. I don't want to spend another half hour walking in front, realizing that half the group's missing, coming back, and then waiting for ages for a turtle to rock himself back onto his side, you know. It's just,
Well, the
just trying to
turtle
be
would have
careful.
been righted up had you moved your ass back to help.
Excuse me, Mr. Iron Man. You could have spotted where they
I
were
did,
before.
actually.
Don't come to me and be like, oh. it's your
Quattle gusts Gabba. Can you do a strength saving throw, please?
I
It's
can.
probably not going to work, but you know.
I'm natural 20.
Yeah,
21.
you pass.
Oh,
My
you
saving throw
bad.
is 8, so-
You pass.
Gaba, you feel some wind getting stronger.
I get like a nice little blow in my hair. I just like, you know, like the L'Oreal outfits, they just like spray the hair.
Yeah. Okay, so are you going to move stealthy or are you going to go for it once again? At
I
this
think we
point,
should
you are in the middle of this
slow down.
part. So if you go slower,
Stealth.
you will still complete this part of the climb on this phase.
Yeah, I think we
I
should
think
go.
we should
Proceed with caution.
go a little bit slow.
Okay.
Nothing
rolls-
for me.
Stealth. We are looking for 4 successes of DC 13.
Everybody? Still?
Everybody.
Can I just say that I rolled my 5th natural 20 this this game.
I rolled my 100th roll below 10 today. 7 total.
Okay, that's
Ooh,
2 by
me.
2. 2 by 2.
That's a 14.
Okay.
And 7.
Mmm. Gaba. Gaba.
You roll.
I rolled a.
Oh,
14.
barely enough. Barely enough to avoid another encounter.
Hooray.
As you are moving slowly, this time
Boys.
you don't cause any shaking, so there's no landslide. As you manage to get to the end of the second climb, I want all of you, except for Bishar, to give me 2 Constitution saving throws. Bishar, you give me only 1.
All right.
Okay.
16's my first.
Let me tell you, the DC of the first one is going to be a 12, and if you fail, you get 1 point of exhaustion. And the second one, the DC at this moment is going to be 14, and if you roll, you start to lose oxygen.
Is this the first one? Is that for what's it called, for the gravity?
Yeah, you don't have the gravity, so you are not still suffering from exhaustion.
Ah, I see.
I rolled 2 12.
You are going to roll on the next one, on the end of the next phase, and everybody is going to roll on 2 more phases.
I rolled a 7.
Ooh.
18 on the first, 12 on the second.
Okay, you failed the oxygen.
16
Okay.
on the first.
Okay,
20
you're fine.
on the second.
27 on the first, 26 on the second.
You're fine, Ephraim.
18 on the first and 9 on the second.
Okay, Gaba.
Ooh.
16
Okay.
on both.
Gaba, you are fine. Bishar and Ephraim, the altitude starts to be very bad for you as you suffer another 6 points of lack of oxygen.
That's including me as well, yeah? Because I failed my oxygen
Yeah.
test as well.
Oxygen damage.
No, you don't.
thank
You
God
don't. You don't do anything. That's on my side.
Oh,
You don't. You don't
Okay.
get damage. You don't get. You don't subtract HP. Nothing like that.
Quarter.
Hello?
Could you cast Gust on us a couple of times? Try not to blow us off the mountain. I will stand against the rock face.
So, like, Enhanced Gust allows me to, like, hedge vapor into more. So, can I just hedge some more oxygen into, like, some air and then just poof it into their faces?
Yeah, sure. If you do that constantly, you can give a person advantage on their oxygen check, but you won't be able to participate in any other checks. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Can I ask, one of my things, one of my traits, does that help me at all?
Which one?
The living call?
Oh, let me. Give me a second. I need to read that one.
Wait, excuse me?
Give me a second. I need to read that one.
I'm just. It may not, but I just wondering, does it?
I'm going to say yes. You have advantage on oxygen checks.
Okay. Thank you.
Gaba is made for this situation.
Dang.
Uh,
How does not breathing work? It's like Constitution modifier plus 1 minute.
and each phase is like
Okay.
a couple of hours. So at this moment,
Yeah.
At this moment, you believe that you are around a little bit less than half of the height of the mountain. Do you keep on climbing?
What time is it? Do we know roughly
It's
with the sun is in the sky?
let's say something around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Do you stop to take a short rest, eat lunch, stuff like that during the phase? At the end of each of these climbs, you can take a short rest if you'd like, though I don't think it helps you on anything.
Me a bit.
I will argue the case to keep going. Be like, if we stop here, it's pretty open. There's not much to stay. I think if we keep going, hopefully there should be something on the next site.
And we won't probably be able to stay the night. We probably should get it done in one fell swoop.
I'm a mountain in one day. God, I love you, old Moggy.
By the way, I fucked up. You guys are one more up. You guys are here.
Hey.
Nice.
I can't see it because
Uh,
I'm locked.
Yeah,
we
give me a
are
second.
locked.
Slowly disappearing.
Gamma,
Being
Vishal,
disintegrated.
It's the rain falls dropping on us.
It's us drain.
That's why I'm so stunned. Yeah, the rain can fall around me.
Okay. Give me a second. You guys are up here. Okay. So, as you guys are getting higher and higher, the rain hasn't ceded at all. I want one of you to roll for the gravity of the second half of the day.
I'll roll it. What is it? A D6?
Yeah.
No, D3. Okay.
Yeah.
D6.
Yeah.
Yeah, D6. Yeah.
5!
5. Okay, we are going to keep with the heavy gravity then.
Yay!
Give me a second.
Does that mean that the air is also affected by the heavy
there's
gravity?
more-
So we have more
Oh, no.
air.
No, it doesn't.
No, of course not.
You have less!
That doesn't help you guys. I can allow
Because
that.
you are very high in the air, in the sky. So, as you guys are getting closer
Snow.
to around the half of the mountain, it's already past midday, and give me a second. Creature, weather, listen, and
Well, you look at that.
Pretty.
and it's raining heavily.
I wrap my cloak even tighter around my body.
And
Yeah.
at this point, I will cast prestidigitation on all of us to warm us up.
I have good news
Block
because
out the
my
cold.
rain shield also works against snow. So I imagine we create sort of a dome of snow around us if I stand still for too long.
Now, this next part of the climb, Gava, do you go a little bit ahead to explore? Okay,
Yeah.
Gava, give me a survival check.
What is my survival? Shit. It is
10.
10.
Well, Gava, it's raining. It's getting colder and colder as you thought it would. You leave tracks on the snow, and you see many tracks that are being constantly covered. As you explore, you go 10-20 minutes and come back, and you see a bunch of different rabbit paws along the snow. As you come back, by the moment that you are back, the first paws that you had seen are gone, covered by the snow. Gaba, you saw as you were getting higher up, the wind is getting heavier in this part of the mountain, as all whispers and low tone voices, noises, and commands won't be heard unless you are next to each other. Do you keep climbing?
On Gaba's
no,
own?
all of you,
no,
all of you.
Please don't.
Gaba is back, and she's telling
We
you
kinda-
this information.
We kinda have to, right?
Is there any way that currently, if we were to camp where we were, is there any cover at all?
With that survival check, you
Yes,
didn't
it's
find any way
standing next
to
to the
camp
shop.
here.
Okay, I'd tell him that. I'd be like, look, there's no way to say, we're gonna have to just keep going until we find somewhere
Like-
undercover. Hopefully you got a nice log cabin up there with like some hot cocoa, like a little tourist spot.
Little gift shop.
Do you have a way of communicating at least a little bit if it's hard to hear? Be a bit clumsy, but it can work.
As long as we can remain within line of sight, I can communicate telepathically.
So Vishal, that means you're gonna have to go in the middle.
You do have to remain within 50 feet of me, though. That's my limit.
That would work. If you went in the middle, that'd be cover.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Eric, I think you should go back, just in case anyone falls over. You'll be more likely to see them this time instead of having a. We'll have a frozen turtle on the way for dinner on the way back.
Can I try and, as I go to the back, trip Gaba with my glaive?
Yeah, sure. Give me an attack check.
Can I help?
Give me an attack check with advantage.
Hey. 26?
Stop bullying! Stop bullying her!
Gava,
Oh, I'm so sorry. My glaive must have gotten in the way.
no. Gava, as you are standing there, Galabrant, all Gaston-like, you suddenly feel the ground under your feet going away, and as you fall, you stop for a second in the midair and then fall to the ground. All of you that saw Gaba falling see how a chain had come out of the brazier through her cloak and formed a little tail as Gaba fell, and then let her go.
Do I notice
No,
that
with your
happened,
passive
or am I
perception you
just
don't.
confused?
You just, as far as you know, you
Guys?
flew for a couple of seconds.
I don't want to alarm you, but I may have superpowers.
I walk off.
Okay.
I think I could jump. I could fly. I'm not gonna try it, but maybe one day I'm gonna have to try and jump off the side of this thing and
Is
try and
that a
fly.
problem?
What, having superpowers? No.
Well, I mean, could it be a problem?
Is she still lying down?
Yeah,
I would've-
she's making
I
a snow
would've
angel.
cat- I would have like onto her as I walked off.
Yeah, I'll pretend that, because otherwise I'll say something mean. Like, no, okay.
I walk by and just like my wing will just like tickle her. Like, yeah, you can fly.
Okay.
Okay, can someone help me out?
But you're
Okay.
so strong, Gaba.
As you all keep moving and leave Gava in the ground for a couple of minutes, she later gets back to the group. Are you moving stealthily? Remember, stealthily means 2 phases to complete the trail.
And what's the time we say is about?
Around 3.
I would say chance it, but
With
We'll
snowy.
have to push
No,
them.
I'll put my opinion. I think it's too snowy, especially with like strength checks and stuff that go wrong. Or even that. Just take that as the same because we are not exactly the most tactile of groups. I think we should just take it a bit slower up here. What's that? Where's my fingers there?
Okay.
Yeah, I just think we should. You can all go against me. I'll just walk on my own slowly behind, going.
Okay, so stealthily. I want all of you to roll a stealth check with disadvantage because you are leaving tracks.
Makes no difference.
I will cast
5.
Pass Without Trace,
15.
which, as the name suggests, causes us to not leave any traces. And also gives
Yeah.
you a +10 on stealth checks.
Yeah, so you have +10 and a straight roll. The thing is,
We
get-
get disadvantage
yeah,
anyway,
heavy
don't we,
armor.
'cause of-
It's my first good roll of the day.
+10 disadvantage.
31.
oh damn. Okay.
23.
Okay,
15.
Yeah.
With a
I
+10.
just need to check
Yes,
if
I rolled a 5. I have
passed.
0 to myself. What do you expect?
Alright,
Just be thankful I didn't have a minus.
27.
2010, Ephraim.
A dirty 20.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You
34.
guys don't leave tracks. You move slowly. You manage to avoid any sound. You even see a bunny just staring into the snow, looking into the void of the forest on the distance. And Gava goes by and kicks him out of the mountain. Completely.
Bear in mind, we could actually be killing these
Okay.
and keeping their bodies for food.
Oh my!
Too late.
Someone wanted all the
Oh, well.
coats, all the pallets, and went sell them. Oh my god!
Yep, I didn't want to say anything.
If I see that she's going to jump off the mountain,
I'm just gonna kick. I'm gonna kick one of, and I just go. I just drop the knees. Go. No!
No, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Did he say bunny?
He said it.
He said it.
He said, no, bunny! I think.
Oh,
Money, no,
Okay.
money.
Dangerously close.
We'll have to check the
Dangerously close.
recordings.
But I will say, I can just imagine that bunny is just sitting out, like having like a really like intellectual moment, like
Baby,
what is
don't hurt me.
life is everything. And then all of a sudden, he just sees the ground getting faster.
Life, why have you forsaken me? Okay, so I want all of you now to give me a Constitution save DC 12 to resist the cold because you are wearing coats. Bishar, give me a Constitution save DC 13 for exhaustion, and all of you give me a Constitution save DC 15 for the oxygen. Except one of you that's going to have advantage because of Quattle.
I would.
I shall give Vishar
I was-
advantage on the breath.
I
Oxygen.
was keeping us warm with my not only with the coats but with the prestidigitation.
One of you can have advantage on this phase. The cold is getting very,
I get-
very, very cold. It's not going to be enough in a couple of hours.
I
I-
get advantage anyway, so don't worry. about it.
I can cast prestidigitation on
Oh,
5
I can
people.
also cast Produce Flame, which would help,
Okay.
I imagine.
Okay, let's. Okay, yeah, sure. For this round, you can have advantage on the cold.
I rolled an 18 on the exhaustion save, by the way.
Okay, you are not exhausted.
20,
How about
20 for the
the
cold,
20 for the cold? You are okay.
11 for the oxygen check.
11 for the oxygen. You are suffocating. Who else? Who else?
Is it this first one? What was the first DC? DC was it? I got 15
The
on the
oxygen
first.
is 15.
Did I
The
I don't. So for the heat one I did 13, and the other one I did.
The
19
heat.
plus
For the heat, it
23.
was 13, so you're fine.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, and then 23 for the.
Okay.
Or is that
Okay.
supposed to be
Ephraim?
3?
First one's for oxygen. Or is it brewing?
First
First one's for cold.
First one is for cold. That's
Another
13.
natural 20.
Okay, nice. And the oxygen?
16.
16.
I didn't do
You are
oxygen.
barely fine. Quattle?
Dirty 20 for the cold, 24 for the oxygen.
You are fine. Kauliki?
20,
You're fine.
26.
Bishar? Oxygen?
The Constitution save, both.
Constitution, yeah.
And you have advantage for the oxygen.
The first one for the cold is an 8, so not very good.
Okay.
And the oxygen with advantage is 14.
14. You have
on the
advantage.
cold.
Oh,
You have
sorry.
advantage on both.
Then it was a 9 for the cold.
And you have advantage on the oxygen thanks to Quattle's
Yeah,
gas.
I did roll that one with
Okay,
advantage.
so you
Plus 14.
failed both. You suffer a
Yay!
point of exhaustion because of the cold. And you, Eric, and Bishar are going to get another 7 points of lack of oxygen, which pulls you, Bishar, at 16, which is enough for the first tier. And Eric, you are also enough. I want both of you to roll me a d10, please, to see what happens to you as not enough oxygen is getting to your brain.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, that's a bad one.
It's a
It's
6.
a 1.
A 6 and a 1. Okay, the 1. Eric, you suffer exhaustion, 1 point. And
Okay,
Bishar,
That's not bad.
you are going to hate this one. Bishar, the lack of oxygen it's hurting your head. It's hard to think. You have intense migraines, and your wisdom score is reduced by 2.
Ah, God damn. I don't
And
do this.
you moved stealthily, so you are at the half of this climb. Are you moving the rest of the way stealthily? If so, we'll maintain the same scores and kick another bunny out of the mountain.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
No, this time we won't kick the bunny. We will kill it nicely.
Okay.
And it helps.
So this time, everybody except for Bishar, a Constitution save for the exhaustion, as it's been 2 phases for you, and everybody a Constitution for the cold and a Constitution for the oxygen. So Bishar 2, everybody 3.
Is the cold still with advantage, or is it regular?
Yeah,
I'm keeping up the
it's going to be the last time
First one is a
that
17.
this type of magic is enough to fight the cold and the lack of oxygen. Quattle, who are you helping with your gust? The ones that are not looking good are Bishar and Eric, as they are hard to breathe.
Eric this time, I reckon.
Okay, Eric, you have advantage on
And I will reroll
Oxygen.
the
on
oxygen.
2
roll.
of the. Oh, Eric, you have advantage on the oxygen and the heat. Everybody has advantage on the heat, and everybody's straight for the exhaustion.
Cool.
No.
I thought it was oxygen as well.
Only
Oxygen
one.
is only one person.
Yeah. So let's go
Um,
first with the exhaustion.
right.
Exhaustion is a DC 13. The rain is not
23.
helping you. Anybody failed the 13 on their first roll? 25. Okay, yeah,
25.
sure. So everybody is okay. Now let's go for the cold. Everybody with advantage. You need a score of 12 or higher.
I do have advantage on that one.
Nat 20.
Yeah, all of you get advantage on the cold.
16.
It's not helpful.
Okay, Ephraim,
25.
9. Okay, Ephraim, you suffer a point of
24.
exhaustion as the cold is getting into your bones. And lastly, for the oxygen,
25 again.
25.
17.
26.
Yeah, you're fine. Nobody rolled under a 15.
17.
No.
No.
Okay.
My advantage.
Okay,
should fail.
nice. Oh shit. So,
Now I'm gonna jinx all this, but so far,
Up.
Shut up.
Just to let you know, exhaustion levels. Level 1, disadvantage on ability checks. Level 2, speed half. Level 3, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
That's it.
Yes,
Level
level
6
6 is death. Level 4 is max hit points is halved. And level 5,
Speed
speed is
reduced
reduced to 0. You cannot move.
I can't wait for the final boss to be right around the corner as we get up. Like, we've done this, and then Demon's like, surprise!
yeah. So, be scared of the survival sessions. Okay, so at this point, it's the sun is starting to set behind the mountain. No, actually, no. This place is not stationary, so it's rotating randomly. So the sun now is setting on the other side of the mountain. It's really cold. And tuk. Okay. And this is the last stretch of the mountain. It's snow. Heavy snow. Do you guys see the snow, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's heavy snow. It's hard to see. From this point onward, Gaba, do you once again go ahead and detach yourself from the group to take a look around?
Yeah,
Make a survival check, please.
Yeah.
Today is the game where we roll a bunch of dice to see if you even manage to get to the boss fight.
50.
15. Yeah, Rick.
Can I transform myself into something like a mountain goat, something native to high altitudes to help with the cold and lack of air?
Yeah, sure. You'll get advantage on cold and oxygen if you go for a goat.
Yeah, I do that.
It's going to be a couple of hours. If you use 2 of your wild shape slots, then yeah, sure. I'll give you advantage. By the way, at this point, the cold is... it's harmful for living. Like, a mountain is cold. Really cold. Like, people have died in the Everest. Now, put the Everest 2 kilometers higher in the air, and you are not wearing any sort of equipment other than a couple of coats that were not made for a mountain flying in the sky. Yes, Colin.
Right.
So it hasn't actually come up yet because I haven't rolled bad for it. But my coat never gets colds. Should I therefore be immune to all the cold checks? Because I'm going to be...
I'm going to do what an old GM of mine did and give you advantage on that because of the equipment. Because your face is still out in the cold.
Your feet are still out.
I'm telling you from experience from the other day, walking in this hellish, icy, snowy landscape. When your eyebrows get cold, you start to feel migraines.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And pro tip, don't go in the cold with your hair wet.
That's
Yeah.
a given. I'm so sorry.
It's not a
That
given
is
for people
given.
that have lived all of their lives in a hot climate.
That is
Okay,
true.
so Gaba, you go ahead. Give me a survival check. 15. Okay, nice. Once again, it's not. You don't find a place suitable to make up a camp. It's like this road wasn't this badly. It wasn't this snowy. So people getting up and down of the mountain would probably take like 2 hours, maybe 3. But nowadays, with the state as it is, it's already been 8 hours since you've been climbing in a hellish cold climate. Everything's starting to freeze. The ground is no longer snow, it's ice. And once again, from experience, ice is slippery. I fell like 3 times the other day. So it's a real hazard continuing this climb with your current equipment.
I'm
As you-
feeling you're just taking your annoyance at your new climate out on us.
No.
If you hadn't moved, it'd just be a hill we were walking up on. Oh, the sun is shining. It's a nice 32 degrees outside. There's a cool
No.
breeze coming down the mountain, providing you with plenty of oxygen to breathe in.
I swear this was planned before I moved to
Oh,
Canada.
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Gaba, as you come back, once again, no suitable place to set camp. The road is narrower in this place. Everything is frozen, cold. The guys didn't stand there waiting for you. Otherwise, they would be popsicles. They kept moving as you went ahead. You climbed atop a tree, a frozen tree, and managed to see the top of the mountain. And you saw it's hard to say if you are right, because the sun was to your right, glimmering on your eyes, but you think you saw a light, like a torch or something, moving far away. At this point, it's nearly 6 to 7 in the afternoon. The sun is setting under the sea of clouds. It's a beautiful sight. If you look to your right, you will see all the immensity and eternity of the sea of clouds. These purple miasma formed clouds, and not anything else in sight. Those of you that have a very big passive perception, like 17 or higher, manage to see a glint of something very far away in the horizon, not moving. When you stop and look at it, it's static. You are the ones that are moving very slowly. And other than that, the sun's setting. How do you proceed? At which speed do you go?
I will say all this to the group, but then I will be like, the issue we've got is we've got to make it to the top of this because there's no way to stay. The issue also is we need to move slowly because if you fall, I can't guarantee that you're not going to go all the way down to the bottom. So it's kind of is this thing we either have to travel through the night. Do I know? Sorry, do I know about my vision yet?
Do you know what? Sorry.
It wasn't night.
What you sent me last?
Yeah.
About my eyes.
Yeah.
With my misty eyes. Do I know?
No,
about
you just.
that?
As far as you know, the sun hasn't started to set up yet. You see the sun going down, but to you, it all remains almost the same. Maybe you do have superpowers.
Okay, and I'll. In the back of my head, I'll just remember that. Like, well, maybe I am Superman, even though that would never.
Well,
work
it's
in
more
this
like a
thing, but anyway.
Spider-Man when he pulls
I'll be
out his glasses, but
I'll be like, I think if one of us lights a torch, I don't mind go ahead with the torch, but we probably need 2 or 3 torches to go ahead because it's probably the sun will set by the time we get to the top.
If we could melt some of the ice, maybe it would either it will make the ice even more slippery, and we will fall down and
The
die.
voice of Isha in your head because I'm still a goat. Melting the ice probably will take too long. If we stay here for too long and night falls, we could freeze to death before we could clear a path to the top.
Visha says that.
so, sorry to interrupt.
Because
But I love this idea. You remind me, I was literally walking yesterday on the ice, and I thought I want a flamethrower and go walking with a flamethrower. And in my mind, I said, no, I'm going to get deported.
Well, there are flamethrowers you can use to burn weeds away.
Yeah,
so
but
perhaps you could use
not
them for
while
that.
you walk in the street as if you were walking a dog,
Well,
but
yeah,
with a
all right,
flamethrower.
fair
But Sorry.
You gotta get that Elon Musk
Yeah,
flamethrower.
Well, it's more of a
let-
blowtorch than a flamethrower.
Yeah, let's keep going. Sorry for the interruption.
Can I just like try it out? What would a casting of firebolt
Nothing.
do? Yeah.
While she does that, I'm just gonna carry on. I'm just gonna keep walking and pretend this is not happening. You know, like when you see like a kid having a little fit on the side, I'm just gonna keep walking as if to say I've already made my decision.
You,
So
you
I'll
keep walking, Gava, and a wisp of flame this size goes and gets extinguished by the cold ice.
Yeah, I thought so.
Whilst we're making our way up, can I keep an eye out for any suitable alcoves or caves that we can take refuge in if necessary?
Yeah, sure. As we are you guys going to move stealthily then? In that case, I want stealth checks from all of you. This time without disadvantage. And Eric, you can give me a perception check.
I'm sorry, I failed
I
you.
have as well. Give me 1 second. Stealth check. Both stealth and perception was 13.
13. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. Everybody else, what's your stealth rolls?
12.
Okay.
15 is my lowest on stealth.
First roll, 19. Second roll, that one.
Aw.
Okay, so
Oh, we had
that's
disadvantage. I apologize.
yeah.
Still 12.
So that's 3 wrongs because of the nat one and 2 okays. Ephraim, Kotel, let me tell you.
18.
Okay, Ephraim, you are the decisive touch.
Sorry.
Stealth.
This is without pass.
Stealth with disadvantage. No pass without without trace. 7. Okay. Now, in this case, I'm not going to make the... Oh, Tailspire. In this case, I'm not going to make the monsters as a trap, because I want you to roll initiative.
Be fun.
Twenty
15.
Okay. Wait. Also cue combat music.
I'm still a goat. Fuck.
Yeah, you gotta use the physical stats for the goat.
Not the mentals, just the physical.
Okay. Let's do something like that. Okay. Give me a second. Oh. Seriously? I can't believe this. I rolled 4 2s in a row.
Nice.
Now you know how it feels.
Okay. 22, 25?
Oh, 20.
20, okay. 15 to 20?
15.
17.
15.
And 17 as well. Oh, sorry, no, 19.
Where the fuck is Quattro? Why aren't you here?
Goat. Challenge rating 0. Very nice.
How many hit points has it got?
4.
Not gonna last long then.
No, probably not.
Okay. So... Okay. 23. So Callum is going to be back here in a second. Well, Pishar, you go first, as I think what Callum is going to do. Now then, these are swarms of the bunnies.
Oh, crap.
Now, as I said, you guys are on ice. What are you doing, Bishar?
All right. So is each bunny a swarm? Or is it two swarms of bunnies?
Each bunny is a swarm.
So there's 8 swarms of bunnies.
Yeah.
God damn.
Actually, let me give them the size. So what are you doing?
All right.
Fuck.
I will first of all drop my wild shape and revert back to fisher shape because as a goat I can't cast spells, which is my main drawback. Then I will sort of touch the ground like a superhero pose, and spikes and thorns start sprouting out everywhere within the ball I just draw in 20-foot radius.
Okay.
Spike growth.
Moves into the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels within. So the swarms, for every 5 feet they travel, it's difficult terrain. And they take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet.
For every 5 feet. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Big ol' meat grinder.
The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature... Oh, well, that doesn't matter. That just matters. I also do this. Sure, why not? And I will also activate my dragon, what's called Starry as a bonus action. And that's my turn.
Okay, nice. Well, while Callum comes back, Kauliki and Eric.
Oh, I can't move my character for some reason.
Oh, you need to let go of the
Isn't
Oh no, I
Ephraim
think
at
it's because it's
19?
not my turn. Kaliki's turn, is it?
Yeah, sure. There you go. By the way, are you moving?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. I wanted to move back a bit.
Okay. That's funny because as you move, I need you to make an acrobatics check to see
Fun!
if you slip on the ice.
So much fun this game is, Martin. How glad I am to be with you. Oh, crap. That's not very good. 6.
6. Bishar, you fall to the ground and you are knocked prone.
Goody. I'll
Also,
just resummon the sphere. There we go.
Also, just so you know, the first time that you started to chant your spell, it didn't work. You had to scream louder through the wind.
The voice screaming in the wind. It's Saruman! Sorry.
Wasn't Ephraim at 19? I had like 17.
My bad.
Yeah.
Then everybody
That's fine.
except Quattle goes at the same time. So
Sad.
I had 15 initiative, so I should be going the same time as Quoto.
Okay. Can I cast Flaming Sphere?
yeah, of course. What's the range of the flaming sphere? It's like I think it was like a point, right?
Within 60 feet.
Where are you casting the flaming sphere?
Well, just...
An occupied space. It's an unoccupied space, so it would. Do you want to target the bunnies on the top trail or the ones on the bottom trail?
I think the ones on...
Yep.
top trail, but it'll be like just in front of them because it's a 5-foot sphere, but it's also within 5 feet of the 5-foot sphere.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? They'll take the damage. They need to make a dexterity saving throw. No, any creature that ends its turn there.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
You can also slam it into a creature, I believe.
Yes. Can I do that on the turn?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
starts or not?
I think
Yeah, I think that's your bonus action, if I'm correct.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Guess I'll move it just to like the one that's slightly to the left on the upper trail, but it's like at the front. So yeah.
There it is. It's 5 feet, so yeah, that's all right. So I need to make a dexterity saving throw. What's your DC?
16. No,
Si-
15.
15? 15 exactly. Is that half damage then? Yeah, half damage.
Yes.
Roll your 2d6, please. Kauliki, you're up. Oh, Ephraim, are you moving, by the way?
Yeah, so it'll be 4 points of fire damage. That's including halved. And I will move kind of. Which one? That's really hard to tell. Can I move down towards one
13.
step down, basically?
Yeah, sure. Give me an acrobatics check as you slip on the ice.
No.
So somewhere around there.
Acrobatics. I have disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Come on, Bryn. Roll me your acrobatics.
11.
11. You managed to stay on your feet. Awesome. Kaulike, you're up. Gaba, you have your turn, by the way. You are first in the initiative.
Okay.
So,
do you want to go?
You go first. So, Gaba, what are you doing?
I know I'm looking. Do the bunnies currently have cold damage?
They are covered in snow.
Right, I will use Core Burst.
Okay. Is this the first time that you are using it?
No.
It's the first time that somebody is seeing you use it.
I think if they paid attention, then probably not. They would have noticed. But yeah, it probably is the first time they've seen it properly with like no distraction. So I will use Core Burst. It's the DC saving throw is 10 plus proficiency modifier and Dex, so 13
Dex?
is the.
How many are you targeting?
It doesn't say if I. It just says if I touch a character. So I guess it'd be the one next to the bottle.
Then it succeeds.
Okay. It does 2-8 damage, and 3. So 8 damage, and they are also paralyzed until the end of the next turn.
Yeah.
Anything else? By the way, you had to move, so give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check. Ooh, not bad at them. I say no and I'll fail. What's my acrobatics?
Yeah, you're
14.
okay. Anything else?
Do I have my dagger? Do I have a dagger? Do I have a dagger? Can I punch a rabbit with an offhand? I don't know if that works.
I think there's a feat specifically to allow offhand attacks with your fists.
Oh, that's fine. I'll rage. I've completely
Yeah,
forgotten
I'm a
rage.
barbarian. Toliki, you're up.
I don't want to. I don't know what to do.
Shoot! Pew pew!
Use the flames.
Do they look undead?
No, they are bunnies.
They look soon to be dead.
They look soon to be dead. Okay, can I cast my shadow claws?
Of course.
And is that considered a spell?
No. I think it's a feat.
So I would like to firebolt as a bonus action.
Um.
No, I can't.
No.
No, I can't. I don't have.
No.
We don't do
No,
that.
unless
No.
you quicken the spell.
Do I have quicken? Do I have
You should.
quicken?
It's the best one.
I think I have
That's the second best
twin
one.
and
No.
empowered. No. So no. No. I will stand my ground.
You shall
Waiting.
not.
Okay, awesome. So this first rabbit is going to move. It's going to. It's. Yeah, roll your damage.
How far does it move?
Oh, a lot.
Well, does is this considered area of effect damage and has it vulnerability?
It was 30 feet.
It's also it is
So you
difficult
can move
terrain.
60.
Sorry, what?
It's considered difficult terrain, the area. Which is,
No. Here's the thing. If you move at full speed, you will make the acrobatics check. If you move at half speed, considering it difficult terrain, you can avoid the acrobatics check. The decision is up to you.
no, I mean, it moved 30 feet, so has it a
Yeah.
speed of 60?
No, it has a speed of 30. It's not. It made the roll for the acrobatics, so it's not difficult terrain.
But what?
No, but the spell, the
but-
spike growth
Oh,
makes it
Spike growth.
difficult terrain, so he only can move 15. He has to use
Okay,
a full
I got
action to dash.
Yeah, I got it. It dashed. What's the damage?
Alright, so 30, it's 8d4. I will just. How do I.
Ooh.
8. There we go.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Meat grinder.
23.
Okay, it's gone. The bunnies.
Yay!
It's a mess. The bunnies were falling, sleeping on the ice, jumping on top of each other. The ones that weren't killed by your spell were killed by other bunnies stomping on them. Quaddle, you're up. Eric, you're...
How does the pelts look?
Oh, the
I leave that up to you.
I've just
Okay.
remembered something.
Yeah.
My level 5 Arcane can tell that means my damage was 4 more, so it'd be 2 more damage to that bunny.
Oh, okay. I got it. You burn like half of the bunnies. Eric and Quaddle.
Quarter, go first.
I am going to bonus action storm walk 15 feet away, which gives me a flying speed, and I'll set myself down nicely.
And it's paralyzed, so it doesn't have an attack of opportunity because paralyzed equal no reactions.
Yes.
Very
And
nice.
as my and also I count as like disengaging, so it can take reactions anyway.
Also.
so- which is pretty cool. And then I shall cast Shatter.
So
We're a mountain covered in snow. Which
Oh no, I won't cast Shatter.
No. He said it.
Isn't it a loud
Yeah.
It was
spell?
also it's thunder damage.
He said it. He said it.
Oh yeah, actually I'll double down. I'll do it at 3rd level. Why not?
Oh god.
Go for it. That's
God damn
that's
it.
dexterity, or what's the
It-
save that I need to make?
It is con save of 15.
Con save. Oh, it fails.
It is a 10-foot radius.
10 foot. Okay. The paralyzed one fails. The other one, con, you said, right?
Mhm.
The other one also fails.
It's like there are 3 in there.
Oh, you're right. The third one succeeds.
Okay, so that is 48 thunder damage.
Yeah.
Fuck.
22.
Ooh.
So
How many
So
points of
11.
avalanche damage?
This one is gone. This one is gone, and this halves the damage.
Yep.
So this one is like this. Now, this is what happens. As the bunnies are rushing towards Quattle, Gava comes, slaps a couple of bunnies. They freeze, and as the bunnies are frozen, Quattle, all Castlevania-like, does a backflip, and a lightning almost out of nowhere. And as the impacts, Quattle, I want you to make me place D100 to see how big the avalanche is going to be. You want to roll as close to a 0-1 as you can. This could be a TPK.
98.
10.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Really good. Now, all of you hear stones falling, and as it's coming closer, it's getting closer. You look downwards, and you see that from where you're standing, all of the ice and the snow starts to fall all the way down to the mountain. I want all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I just want to say, if you hadn't done that, I was actually going to make a avalanche to get rid of the bunny, so I'm glad you did it.
16 on the save, which is pretty good for me.
Ooh,
Okay.
19 for me.
Now, since David's D100 was quite good, the DC is only a 13 to not be washed away.
Swept
Skills.
away.
To not be totally wrecked by a mountain.
Oh, Jesus. I
Now,
rolled a 13.
Oh,
Whoa.
natural 20. So,
Whoa.
Ephraim, natural 20. Ephraim, I'm
Not
going to give
13.
you the
13 is
chance
fine.
to make another dexterity saving throw since you rolled a nat 20 to see if you can grab either Quattle or Kauliki as they are being thrown out of the mountain by an avalanche.
Hold on, didn't Quarter roll
13?
13? So
Yeah.
shouldn't he save?
13. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then Kauliki is... Well, gladly she's...
I rolled a whopping 6.
So,
Is that another one? Is that the second? Is that the... Oh!
Got 2 cats and a dog.
so
that's
you want to roll above a 15.
17.
Kauliki, as snow comes exactly over where you are standing and starts to pull away, everybody manages to jump out of the way. Some of the bunnies are pulled away, and you are grabbed by the snow, and as you are hanging from the cliff as the snow falls down, Ephraim comes and grabs your hand and pulls you up just seconds before you were carried out. Now, this bunny also failed, and half of the bunny is going to be carried out. And we are... Anything else on your turn, Quattle?
No, I think I did enough.
Goddamn turtles. He's so far out of his comfort zone. It's like the literal opposite.
Eric, you're up.
Okay.
I will use my glaive as a walking stick, the pointy end, and basically go slowly across.
Okay.
So I will go, I believe this is... Why can I not move? Come on, that's it.
I'm
No.
guessing all the pelts went down with the avalanche.
Oh yes.
My nanny!
Do not go in the
Yeah, I know,
sphere.
I'm trying to...
Also, if
Spell.
you're moving at half speed, do you have enough movement to go there? Like, that's already 15 feet.
Yes. Yes, because
Yeah.
I was starting there, so that's where I'm basically going. It's like right to the edge of the spear.
Okay.
Because usually my movement's 35, but heavy gravity, so 30, so 15. I'm going to ready an action. As soon as one of the swarms comes by, I will whack it.
Okay. Now, all of the remaining swarms of bunnies go at the same time, and they are bunnies. They are corrupted by something, and they just want to go eat on your sweet, sweet meat. Now, 4 bunnies. 4 bunnies. Do I need to make a saving throw once again for the... Oh no, it's when they end their turn there. Okay, first bunny, this is at half speed because of the grounds. It's going to be enough to get next to Eric. Bishar, that's 15 feet. That's
I will
going to be...
about 20, so I don't lose.
Yeah,
this
sure. So I got 15, I got 30.
The 15 one is 19 points of damage.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Did I lose what?
Okay, give me a second. Give me a second before...
Yeah.
So, Eric, you see out of 20, 30 bunnies come biting on each other, ravaging towards you. You prepare your glaive to face this giant threat and finds out of the ground. One bunny jumps at your throat. You have your ready action.
Yeah. 26.
Yeah, that hits. It has one HP. It's dead.
Yeah.
It's
the
now
one that
this
moved 30 feet was 26 points of damage. Yeah.
dead, and this worm is going to move 10 feet inside of your thing, and this one is dead also because it's got 1 HP.
Oh, right. 10 feet was 10 damage.
It's still alive! Kauliki! One bunny comes out of this massacre and jumps at you.
Bunnies.
All of the ice, the very, very slippery ice, is now covered in frozen icicles of blood and flesh. It's a truly gruesome meat grinder.
Hit me.
That's a natural one. Kauliki, I'm going to say, as the bunny comes running toward you out of the meat grinder, stepping on all of the bodies of its dead brethren, just to dive its teeth into that sweet cat flesh, you bitch slap it and it falls out of the mountain. You guys are out of initiative.
I will just,
Bro, for the win.
Meat grinder.
while cursing, step up, ready to fight. So alright, let's go. Oh, wait, so they're already there. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, I wanted to do that combat only to make Bishar sleep on ice.
I hate you.
So that, as soon as all that happened, any bunnies that I see, I'm just gonna rip their pelts off and just chuck them in a bag. I'm just literally
Okay,
chucking them in a
give
bag.
me 2d10, and we'll see how many bunnies do you manage to salvage. Because
I think Vishal should roll a d20 to see what quality the pelts are.
Well,
if you want to just carry a bunch of bodies, then roll a d100. But if you want at least bodies that can be recognized that it used to be a bunny at some point, roll 2d10. Okay, you got 12 carcasses of bunnies that could be easily made into a pelt and sold. Okay, so that was you failing on your stealth check on this phase. Now,
Martin, if I could interrupt. I don't know how much longer you had planned for this, but I'm really starting to lose focus.
yeah,
and become a
I'm
bit
planning
tired.
for like 10 more minutes just to get to the
Right.
top of the mountain.
Sure, that's fine.
So let's rush through this. I need 2 Constitution saving throws for 2 Constitution saves from everybody to finish this phase, and we've got just one more phase to go. Once again, the DC is 12 and in this case 17. Oh, I'm sorry.
17?
Yeah, you are higher up. The DC for the first one also goes up. The DC in this case is 14 and 17.
24 for the first, 20 for the second.
Yeah, awesome.
16
Just-
for the first, 15 for the second. So second I failed.
You failed the oxygen one.
Yay.
Who else?
so I got 16 for the first one, and the second one was. What did
You failed the
I
oxygen.
failed the oxygen one, I
Who
think.
else?
That's
Who
the
else?
second one.
I
got-
failed both.
You failed both. Quattro, you take 1 point of exhaustion. Ephraim,
I got 8 for the first and 23 for the second.
1 point of exhaustion. Those that failed the oxygen. Ooh, shit. That's a bad one. You take 18 points of lack of oxygen.
Jesus Christ.
Who failed?
Even if it's
It
only
was-
your first one.
Even if it's on your first one. It was Quattro, Bishar, and Gaba, right?
yeah.
So
I spent too long picking
Eight.
up those bunny pelts. Run out of
So
breath.
18 plus 16 is
32. No, that's
30.
not right. Is it?
No, 16 plus 18.
Yeah, no. Don't listen to me.
I'm going to pull out my calculator because I can't do
The
math.
thing is,
34.
it's 34.
Oh, darling, mine is already
34.
ours.
Okay, Eric, you are at 15 plus another 18. That's going to be
Why?
33.
My oxygen was at 20 for the
Oh.
Constitution save.
My bad. Gava, you failed also, but you were at 0, so you are now at 18. And Quattro failed, so Quattro is also an 18. I need the 3 of you, as Bishar enters the second state of oxygen deprivation. I need the 3 of you to roll me a d10. Yeah. You thought the bear was the worst. 10. Ooh, 10. Okay. This is a fine one. Who else?
You're healed. Everything is fine.
6.
You get a long rest.
You
Okay.
level up instant.
Quattro, you start to get migraines due to the cold and the lack of oxygen. Your wisdom score is reduced by 2. Both of you suffer from the confusion spell for an hour.
Joy.
What?
Oh boy.
That
The
The
sounds
confusion
fun.
spell, I need you to roll a d10 once again to see what you do. You want to roll a 9 or a 10?
You're
I
asking
got
very
a
much.
9!
8.
8. Okay, Gava, you act naturally. Even though you feel dizzy, you are confused, but it's normal for you. An 8.
All that
Told you
drinking
there's a
helps.
difference.
For an hour.
Okay, Bishar, you are sluggish. If you are cranky, if anyone gets near you, you in your melee range, you are going to slap them with your staff.
Unarmed.
All right.
But so I'm going to roll a d6 and see who is the one to suffer from that attack. Ephraim, you are the one that's next to it. Bishar, make a melee attack to hit Ephraim.
I've been rolling shit the entire night, but watch me roll a natural 20 right now. Natural 20! Yes!
Yes!
Am I
swear to
close
God.
enough? Am I close enough to do
No.
an interception stuff?
No.
You actually
Yeah,
take me a
no.
picture of that.
You slap him so hard after he falls off the mountain and dies.
No, here's the scene. Bishar is sluggishly walking, feeling dizzy. Ephraim comes out of concern to see how he's doing, and Bishar just slaps him in the face with his staff, dealing X amount of damage.
Sorry. I need to find the D8. Where is it?
So we're using the Mark Humes version as well.
Full damage plus dice.
8 on the D8. Plus 8, 16. So 17 total.
We're not even
Jesus.
to oblivion.
And I'm definitely not within range to
No.
even do that.
No. Yeah, Ephraim, you suffer 17 points of friendly fire. Now,
Oh, everyone's just saying mind his own
No.
business. You know, remember the advert with like the people just walking around and he just starts slapping them out the way,
Yeah.
backhanded, and then after the
You
dice.
good? Are you alive?
Oh yeah, I'm alive. Half. Not even like half.
Okay,
health.
good.
okay. Now, you are almost at the top of the mountain. You can see the hill from here. The English. Well, you are near the top of the mountain. You can see the ridge. The summit. Thank you. This is the last phase. It's the last stretch to not become a corpse in the Everest. Sorry to those that have a familiar that has died in the Everest. I want this time 3 constitution checks from all of you, as it's exhaustion time, lack of oxygen time, and cold time. And those that have exhaustion,
or saving
those that have
That's 20.
saving throws. Constitution saving throws. Those that have exhaustion, remember that you get disadvantage if you got 2 exhaustions. I think.
Do I skip the
Saving
exhaustion
throws
watch?
3,
Use my
not
boot
2.
or not?
No, you skip this exhaustion because you took it later, so you are fine for this one.
All right.
24, 17, and 20.
You are fine for. You are fine for all 3 of them.
So I roll 2 now? Or
Yeah, you roll 2.
All right.
8 for the first,
Oh, you get exhaustion.
22 for the second,
You are fine.
and 19 for the third.
You are fine. Bishop,
19 for the
22.
first,
Go on.
you don't get frozen to death.
and 17 for the second.
You manage to breathe some air. Who else?
22,
You
25,
are-
20.
Breezing through the storm. You are a snowcat.
I hate cats.
20, 19, 17.
Oh, you're fine. Ephraim,
22, 25, and 15.
ooh, 15. You get lack of oxygen.
How many?
This is going to be
Don't you dare
2d10,
hit
so
me
that's a 7 and a 6. So it's exactly 15, which is the bare minimum to get the first effect. Roll me a d10. Oh no, you already had some. So 16, so you are at 21. 1d10.
6.
6. Well, as it's usual, you get migraines and your wisdom score is reduced by 2. But
Am I the only one
yeah,
completely
you are
fine?
the only one.
Yeah, I only have 2 levels of exhaustion. No. Yeah.
Only. And
Yeah. So
you
it's
still have
half
to
speed.
go. You still have to go into the mines. Apply.
The mines
So-
of Moria.
Hopefully
It's-
there's not a Balrog.
So
I could use a bit of heat right now, so I hope there is.
Just have to make
to finish this game, as you guys managed to. Oh, by the way, you are no longer concentrating. As you guys managed to barely, though it's a miracle, considering that you have no climbing or snow equipment, you managed to get to the top of the mountain. Gava, after a few minutes looking around, manages to find what seems to be an entrance to a tunnel. You had passed along some on the way, but they were caved in. This seems to be fine, and you can go inside of there. The entrance to the mine is just a tunnel, nothing much. Seems to be covered in ice and snow, and there's no light. Now, that flickering light that Gava saw earlier, it's no longer to be seen. And that's where we are going to finish today, because we are late and Rick slept like 2 hours.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Yeah. So guys, you managed to survive quite the ordeal. This was worse than the bear. Just to know, before I end the recording, what are you like? How many exhaustions do you have? How cold are you? Let's go from the top, Gava.
I am a little bit oxygen deprived, but except from that, I am an athlete. Yeah.
Okay. Bishop.
Slightly drunk.
Well, I think my boots really saved the day here because I'm shit at constitution saves. So I only have 1 level of exhaustion, but the oxygen deprivation is the real enemy currently.
The migraine, yeah. Druids, man.
Yeah.
Eric?
I suffered 2 levels of exhaustion. One of it being from the oxygen deprivation. I think that was probably the least harmful effect, judging from the confusion spell that happened earlier. Imagine me on a natural 20. That would not have been nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, I feel fine, to be fair.
Ephraim's head rolls down the mountain. Ephraim,
Exactly.
how are you?
I have 21 oxygen deprivation, 2 exhaustion, and migraine eyebrows.
Nice.
Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
hell.
that's 21%.
Oh, crap.
Quaddle,
I am 18% deprived of oxygen, and I have 1 level of exhaustion.
and
And
the
I also
migraine.
have a migraine.
I am
And the migraine.
A-okay.
Kauliki, you're fine. Yeah.
I am A-okay. To be fair, I don't know if this dice
It
is
probably
loaded or what. It's
Doesn't
clear.
matter.
It's clear.
Roll the dice
Okay.
if it's clear.
He knows.
But I have not rolled under an 8.
Once again,
Today.
showing that cats are the superior race. Okay.
I think I can count the rolls above 10 on one hand for this evening. And one of them was a crit against Ephraim.
Can I ask for the viewers,
Cats are superior.
if we had failed the
Oh.
avalanche roll, what
Well,
would have happened?
she can fly. He can fly. He can turn into something that can fly. The rest of you, I have no idea. We would have. There's only one way to know.
Adventure.
You still need
feather
to.
fall.
You still
I
need to
feel
go down the mountain at some point, so we'll find it at that moment.
Oh, no, that's quickest way, just right on top of the avalanche.
Surf down.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
people that survived avalanches while skiing, so there's a chance. There's also a chance that you would have been thrown into the forest, into the middle, with the strength of 100 mountains, and would have been turned into mashed potatoes.
Usually the people who survive avalanches while skiing have equipment that allows them to survive an avalanche while skiing.
Yeah,
We have a raggy cloak, and that's it.
yeah, and usually you don't see.
It is warm and smells nice.
Yeah, and usually you
okay?
don't see 6 guys climbing a mountain without equipment or snow gear.
Well, we choose the path of wisdom. What else were we supposed to do?
Okay, we are going to finish.
I have seen people climbing mountains in flip-flops.
People
okay?
are crazy. Okay, we are going to finish tonight's game there. And be back in 2 weeks, hopefully. Let's not jinx it.
Let's go.
Peace out. I need to remember in 2 weeks to start the game in this exact hand pose.
Other way round. This one is
Yeah,
bad.
this one is bad in England.
I have my right
This-
hand on the mouse. If I do it like this, I need to...
No, it doesn't
No,
matter.
it's-
You have to do it this
Oh.
way.
During your palm
Just-
facing out to
That's
you.
This way.
That's
Yeah.
fuck off.
Okay,
That's peace, that's fuck off.
go
Just
England, I
do
guess.
thumbs up or something, or this.
Yeah.
Or just step completely out of the fray.
And we are off.